Farm, we believe in that same approach. Protecting your family from everyday risk doesn't just happen. If your insurance plan isn't working, or if you're going at it alone, let me introduce you to my team. We want to be your coach and get a strategy that works for you. Find me online, stop by my office, or just look for the Jeep. I'll be glad to help.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back to your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. WMIX and the Section 618 app tonight is the Mount Vernon Rams here at Wildcats Stadium against the Marion Wildcats. Landers Towing and Collision Centers, call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Or visit LandersAuto.com to see why they are iCar Gold Class certified. Jake Linder on Monday night had the pleasure of sitting down with Rams football coach Greg Graves. They talked about last week's win against the Althoff Crusaders. I started to say surprise win. It's probably not a surprise to the Rams, but Althoff came in favored according to some, but the Rams had no clue. They were able to hang tough. They were able to overcome. They were able to make adjustments, and most importantly, get the win on Military Appreciation Night. The conversation was a deep one with Coach Graves on Monday night, talking about everything Althoff and everything Marion, and even talking about the elephant, or should I say Ram in the room, Marion quarterback Hunter Simmons. Here it is, Jake Linder and Greg Graves.
Victorious head coach of the Mount Vernon Rams football program, Greg Graves. Coach, evening to you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Mount Vernon gets a win, 51-28 on Friday night over Althoff. Had a couple of days now, Coach, to kind of let that one settle in. How does it feel, in your first year as head coach to come and kind of bounce back after the loss against Salem and get yourself a win, and a conference win at that, and the first one in a long time for Mount Vernon?
It felt a lot of pressure relief. These kids have been working so hard and trying to get them to really buy in, and just really letting them know, like, you guys are so talented, and just work hard, and it's going to pay off. Sometimes when you work hard, you don't get a payoff that fast. And so to be in week 2 and to have the win, and to have the win like the way we won that Friday was awesome. I told the guys, I said, hey, let's put on a show for our hometown. And, it started off rough for us. And I tell us, hey, you don't quit. Things will change. Things will change because you keep on fighting. And so, we started making our adjustments, and it just took off from there.
That seems to be a trend for you guys in the last couple of games. Against Salem, you give up the scores pretty quick, but you make adjustments. We had kind of talked about how you changed up some things on your defensive schemes and different things like that. And it's kind of similar to this one. You almost come out with a win on that one. You shut them out, and you didn't give up a score till way, way, way late against the Salem game. This one, it was a back and forth for a little bit, but then you mentioned adjustments. What'd you guys do? Was it a halftime adjustment? Was it a quarter adjustment thing, or was it just overall in the game against Althoff that gave you the win?
Really just a quarter adjustment. I told the guys, I said, hey, they have a nice QB that's very mobile. He's not scared to run the ball. I said, let's plan for this option. I said, but if you look at our film from Salem, I said, Salem threw the ball a little bit, and every time they threw the ball, the QB didn't make the play, but the guy was wide open. I said, so they're going to see that, and they very well could pass on us, so we got to be prepared. And so they came out, and they passed on us. And I said, all right, let's make a little bit of adjustments in the 4-4. It didn't work. So I said, all right, let's go and make adjustments into the 3-3-5. And that worked very well for us.
Does that feel pretty good, last couple of weeks, to be able to make adjustments on the fly like that, especially with a younger team, and them input that almost immediately and put themselves in a position to win like that was against Salem, and then, of course, you put yourself in a position and you do win against Althoff?
Yes, that was it felt real good because a couple of days afterwards I talked to a couple of freshmen that started, and they were able to tell me their mistakes and adjustments they needed to make without me telling them. And I thought that was huge as a freshman for R.J. King to say that, and then Mason and Maddox, the Randall twins, both to just tell me the adjustment they need to make, spoke volumes to me. And then talking to them as they come off the field to say, hey, like, what can we do up front? And to have two freshmen up front and a senior at defensive end with Weston Wright and just wrecking that offensive line all day long was mind-blowing. And, it just really gives me chills sometimes to know that we got freshmen that can go and play hard like they've been there before.
Any other final thoughts, on the Althoff game that you guys had? What are some things maybe, even in a win, there's things to work on heading into the next week or anything like that? So kind of some final thoughts on the Althoff game and what you liked, what you didn't like, and
The Mount Vernon Rams are at Marion tonight on the turf at Wildcats Stadium. We'll have kickoff coming up in just a bit as the Rams look for another South 7 Conference win. It's not going to be easy. Still to come are the Hall Insurance Group starting lineups and the Monken Toyota Buick GMC keys to the game, although I feel like Coach Graves took care of that for us already. But we'll repeat those in just a moment. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Your local RP Lumber is open for business as usual, following current state guidelines. We love seeing our regular customers and meeting new people, but did you know you can shop RP Lumber online? It's not always convenient to visit our store when you want to shop or just want to get ideas for your next project. With RP Lumber online, you can shop with us 24/7. Our website offers many items we may not stock in store. Make rplumber.com your one-stop online shop for all of your home improvement and project needs. Experience the RP difference.
Crossroads Family Medicine would like to welcome Ryan Lane to the office. Ryan is a physician assistant for your primary care needs, from chronic care management to preventative care services. Ryan is here to care for you. Did you know Crossroads Family Medicine is now open Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.? Schedule a visit with Ryan Lane at our North Water Tower Place location by calling 618-244-6222. That number again is 618-244-6222.
ADAS technology, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, is a network of sensors, cameras, modules, and programming that assist in driving and parking functions, including accident avoidance and self-driving functions. This is Chase Landers with Landers Towing and Collision Centers. Though the term ADAS may be new to many of us, it is frequently used throughout the automotive industry in today's leading headlines. What does this mean to you? There is a high probability that your vehicle is equipped with this evolving technology. And why is this important? If your vehicle is involved in an accident, it will be up to you to decide who is best equipped to handle your repairs. Landers Towing and Collision Centers have evolved alongside ADAS technologies. Pre-repair and post-repair scanning, electronic guided measuring, ICAR certified technicians, and certified repair equipment able to handle the specific repairs required are just a few of the many advancements Landers has put into practice. Consider these factors the next time you're looking at a collision repair facility to care for your vehicle repairs and your loved ones who ride in them. Big or small, we tow and fix them all. Give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
in today's environment, being able to do all of your banking from home is not only convenient, but a necessity. People's National Bank makes it easy for you to do your banking without actually going to the bank. From online banking, mobile banking, free mobile deposit, to transferring funds and paying bills, it's easy and convenient for you to do your banking all from your mobile phone or computer. Get started by going to peoplesnationalbank.com to sign up for online banking today. People's National Bank, making it easy to bank from anywhere. Member FDIC.
I'm Andy Robb with a look at your next rad weather. Clear for tonight, low 31. Sunny and mild Saturday, high 65. Clear tomorrow night, low 42. Sunshine and clouds on Sunday, a high 70. And clouds and sun Monday with a high 75. If you've had roof damage, your insurance could cover your new roof. For a free inspection, contact the roofing guys at 618newroof.com. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football. Let's go bring it out! Powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.
Back in the SSM Health broadcast booth for this Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. It's the 1-1 Mount Vernon Rams, the 2-0 undefeated Marion Wildcats. Here at Wildcat Stadium in the SSM Health broadcast booth, ssmhealth.com/doctors. To find your next physician, SSM Health is the healing power of presence. The Rams is a 51-28 win last week at home against Althoff on Military Appreciation Night. For Marion, it was a little more exciting on a Saturday. 23-22, the win over Cahokia to get to 2-0. That was after an impressive 65-25 finish over the Carbondale Terriers to open up the year in Week 1. Hunter Simmons, meanwhile, has been shining bright for this Marion team. However, they have a great supporting cast as well. Coach Graves very well aware, as we heard in our pregame interview a moment ago, Jake Linder. And for this Ram team, probably the dogs coming in, but with a little preparation and some key adjustments, could probably beat these Cats.
Well, I mean, it's not just one person, you know. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. They're going to have a little bit of pressure on them because they're going to have to defend their home field, you know, against a team who's kind of rolling in the right direction the last couple of weeks. When you get to this point, you know, you've got a couple of games under your belt, you've seen a win on top of all of it, and you can see that the adjustments that you make and the things that you do correctly have put you in a position to win. That can be a dangerous team to face. I mean, this is definitely, Coach Graves has been talking about it all year long. He said, I don't want people to think that this is the same team that they've faced over the last however many years. He says, I want people to be worried to play us. And I think the Wildcats will definitely take them seriously here tonight. There's a lot of things for them to try and take care of and cover, and it should be fun. And I think there's going to be, nobody will admit it, that's wearing orange and black, but there's a little bit of extra incentive to try and come in here tonight. And not that they have any ill will towards Hunter Simmons, but I mean, you want to play well against your buddy. There's a lot of guys that knew them, you know what I mean? So you want to play well and you want to compete against your buddy, and if you can have a little bragging rights and take him down on his home field, you'll take that too.
Certainly will. 1-1, the Mount Vernon Rams, 2-0, the Marion Wildcats. We'll take a break here on 94.1 FM. When we come back, we'll have your Munkin Toyota Buick GMC keys to the game. It's the Rams and Wildcats coming up at the top of the hour. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Do you have a minor illness or injury? Get quick care at SSM Health Express Clinics. With locations in Centralia and Mount Vernon, they offer quality medical care that works with your schedule. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday, 8 to 2. The Express Clinic in Mount Vernon and the primary care in Centralia are COVID-19 drive-through testing centers. To schedule an appointment, visit ssmhealth.com/quickcare.
Everyone is talking about the future these days. I'm Country Financial Representative Josh Finley. Let's work together so you own your future. All you need is the right plan to get you started, the kind of plan that will take into account all the things in life that matter most. I can work with you to put the pieces in place to help secure a comfortable tomorrow. No matter what stage of life you're in, now is the time to start developing a plan to own your future. Call 242-4024 or online at josh.finley@countryfinancial.com.
There is still time to take classes this spring at Rend Lake College. Late start classes are 8 weeks long beginning March 8th. You'll find several options that count toward a degree or certificate, like accounting and business, speech and English, music, healthcare, and more. Plus, Rend Lake offers truck driving sections and the full CNA nursing course that's tuition-free for in-district students. Head to rlc.edu/8week to learn more, or call them at 437-5321. Late start classes March 8th at rlc.edu/8week. Your journey.
Do you have a check that needs deposited and don't want to make a trip to the bank? With free mobile deposit at People's National Bank, just snap a picture of the check with your smartphone and deposit it into your account anytime. Mobile banking app today to get started. People's National Bank, making it easy to bank from anywhere. Member FDIC. Wireless or service fees may apply.
1, 2, 3! Listen to the Rams on your smart speaker. Tell Alexa to enable WMIX. Let's go! Then tell her to play WMIX whenever you want. Back to the game.
94.1 FM worldwide tonight, every night on the Section 618 app as the Mount Vernon Rams here on the road against the Marion Wildcats. And we are working through some technical difficulties. Nothing with equipment. Equipment's great. We burned through 2 cellular providers already. We're on our 3rd. Verizon Wireless is the hope right now. As we have, for whatever reason, always had issues in Marion with cellular connectivity, whether it's inside or outside. We have no idea why. It's just always been right here in this neighborhood, but we appreciate the hospitality nonetheless. as it is beyond Marion's control as well. Jake Linder alongside. I'm Chris Hugo for your Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. We owe you some keys to the game, sponsored by Monk and Toyota Buick GMC. We'll see how well Jake Linder remembers the interview. Basically, Coach Graves gave us the 3 keys to the game tonight. One was adjustments.
Yeah.
And I know that, that is something that Coach Graves already has shown to be tremendously adept at, and that is adjusting on the fly. You've heard him talk about going back and forth between defensives, whether it's 4-4, whether it's 3-3-5, whatever that may be, and it's been working so far for his team. Another key that he gave us was keep fighting. He wants to make sure the opponent doesn't get comfortable, let alone his own kids become complacent. And then self-motivation, another big one for his team. And, in the interview mentions that with his team, a lot of kids, a lot of these freshmen that are getting starting roles are realizing the mistakes they made. And I think he was very proud of the fact he doesn't have to tell them what they need to do to fix.
Well, and that's the beauty of that sort of thing, especially that last one. It goes hand in hand with adjustments, because then they can make adjustments on the fly for themselves. They see certain things, and they can fix certain things that may happen. And you got to love that from your players, especially a team that you've got a bunch of younger guys. You've got a mixture between upper and lower classmen and different things. And if you're trying to make those adjustments and you feel like that is one of your strong suits, you got to love that your players can kind of almost become a form of their own coach whenever it comes to making those adjustments.
Keys to the game are driven by Monk and Toyota Buick GMC in Mount Vernon, and of course Monk and Toyota, where peace of mind comes standard with the Toyota Care Plan. You're covered with maintenance and roadside assistance for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Find out more at Monk and Toyota in Mount Vernon. Let's not be outdone. Let Monk and Buick GMC show you how easy it is to buy a quality new or used car in Mount Vernon. The Munkin family believes fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right leads to satisfied repeat buyers. One of the many reasons Munkin's the one. We'll take our final break of this Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk some more. It's what we do. The 1-1 Mount Vernon Rams, the 2-0 undefeated Marion Wildcats here tonight. We're in the SSM Health broadcast booth in Marion, where we will turn. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
ADAS technology, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, is a network of sensors, cameras, modules, and programming that assist in driving and parking functions, including accident avoidance and self-driving functions. This is Chase Landers with Landers Towing and Collision Centers. Though the term ADAS may be new to many of us, it is frequently used throughout the automotive industry in today's leading headlines. What does this mean to you? There is a high probability that your vehicle is equipped with this evolving technology. And why is this important? If your vehicle is involved in an accident, it will be up to you to decide who is best equipped to handle your repairs. Landers Towing and Collision Centers have evolved alongside ADAS technologies. Pre-repair and post-repair scanning, electronic guided measuring, ICAR certified technicians, and certified repair equipment able to handle the specific repairs required are just a few of the many advancements Landers has put into practice. Consider these factors the next time you're looking at a collision repair facility to care for your vehicle repairs and your loved ones who ride in them. Big or small, we tow and fix them all. Give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
There is still time to take classes this spring at Ren Lake College. Late start classes are 8 weeks long beginning March 8th. You'll find several options that count toward a degree or certificate, like accounting and business, speech and English, music, healthcare, and more. Plus, Ren Lake offers truck driving sections and the full CNA nursing course that's tuition-free for in-district students. Head to rlc.edu/8week to learn more, or call them at 437-5321. Late start classes March 8th at rlc.edu/8week. Your journey starts at Ren Lake College.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.
Mount Vernon Rams football driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville, the #1 volume dealer in all of Southern Illinois. Shop their inventory online at holzhauers.com. Zach Matt Miller with us in the SSM Health broadcast booth. Jake Linder alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Brock Myers back in the Mount Vernon studio tonight, pressing all of the buttons on 94.1 FM. We're worldwide, as always, on the Section 618 app. We're in the window to legally tell you this is WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, Effingham, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Jake, the Rams, the Wildcats, it's South 7 football. We know, as always, Kerry Martin's crew will be dressed to impress and numbers that are easy to read.
Yeah,
a broadcaster's dream.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until I just looked down at what their jerseys. I mean, they're yellow with bright blue navy letters. That is nice. That's one of those things that go unnoticed by a lot of people that we truly do appreciate. That's for sure. And not only are they dressed impressed with their uniforms, they've got the team to do it. I mean, we mentioned it a little bit in the pregame when we first got started. 392 passing yards for Hunter Simmons to start the year against Carbondale. 65-28 was their win there. He went 23 of 38. That many yards, and he only had 3 touchdowns. I mean, what are you doing? They go against Cahokia. He has the game-winning touchdown to Walker Fox with 2 seconds left. Win against the Comanches 23-22 last Saturday. And, we've had some highlight things and stuff happen on section618.com of Marion and what they have. And, this will be a good test for them in the South 7 because it's a team that has something to prove in the Mount Vernon Rams. And they'd like to prove it here tonight against the Marion Wildcats.
For the Mount Vernon Rams, they showed some offensive tendencies a week ago. They scored just 1 touchdown against the Salem Wildcats. However, after trailing 14-0 against Althoff and then trailing, I believe, 28-24 at halftime.
That sounds right.
The Rams went on a pretty strong 44. I don't know. I'm trying to read somebody else's scoring summary, and it's not working out too well for me. They have a system. It's not my system. I don't have a system. But for the Rams, obviously, they were able to get a lot of things done last week. Starting with Sage Taylor at quarterback, but moving to Evan Leake provided a little bit more flexibility and a little bit more fluidity on what they were able to do. And it looks like we might get started a little bit early as the Marion Wildcats will have the football first. But the Rams were able to get offense from just about everywhere last week.
Everybody's ready with the clock operator. Give them a second. There we go.
There we go. We are going to get underway. It'll be an abrupt end to the Landers Towing and Collision Center's pregame show. We had plenty more content. Guess we should have started at 6:20.
I guess.
Some issues had prevented that from happening, unfortunately, as it ended up. But here we are now as Landon Simpson, the Ram of the Week this week, sponsored by Josh Finley of Country Financial, kicks off. It'll be picked up by Chase Isbell. He's at about the 15. Between the hashes, coming near side, stays between. As he gets to the 30, down to the 34. They might call it good at the 35. A nice return of about 15 yards to start the Marion Wildcats off. As we're underway on 94.1 FM, you can watch live, listen live, do anything live pretty much on the Section 618 app. I'm hyper.
It's coming through nice.
As the office witnessed before my departure today.
That's right. I kind of forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. They're going to spot it at the 34 and 4/5 yard line.
Call it the 35.
There we go. As the Wildcats will take over the famous Kerry Martin spread offense here. The quarterback, you might know the name. It's Hunter Simmons. Senior quarterback here, over 700 yards passing on the year, and he'll be out of the gun. Flanked on each side by a running back. He'll have a 3-step drop looking down the right side on the slant. It's going to be tipped, but Jake Bruce almost came up with it. Great defense by Miguel Rios to cover that. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Marion. Worth noting that Simmons has a 71.2, I believe, % completion rating.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Percentage.
Let's just say it's pretty good, whatever the percentage is. I mean, he's got 711. He's like I was trying to think of something with 7-11. He's always open, but his receivers are always open whenever he's throwing the ball. There it is. I got it now. 7-11 when it comes to passing yards, 5 touchdowns on the year. Pretty good shot over the middle, but good defense from the Rams.
As they're looking to pass again, it's Bruce on a slant near the hash. It'll take him past the 40 down to about the 43. Gain of around 8 or so here. As it'll bring up 3rd down and short with 11:30 to go in the first. No score yet. Rams football on your radio, driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports Group in Nashville. 11:28 left out of the gun. Single back set, 2 on each side. Hand off to Isbell off tackle as he'll get past the 45. First down yardage to the 46. A gain of 2 will give us a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 Wildcats. 11:18 left here in the first.
Pretty good pace there from the Wildcats to start things out with the pass and the run.
11:13 left in the first quarter. We'll have the Rams with a late substitution. Had too many men on the field, and it'll be a timeout to avoid the penalty. This timeout is presented by First Mid Bank and Trust on the corner of 34th and Broadway in Mount Vernon. First Mid Bank and Trust is familiar faces providing friendly banking service. See Michelle Shelley and the entire First Mid team today. 94.1 FM worldwide, Section 618 app tonight, as it is every night. Chris Hugo with Jake Linder alongside.
Pretty good return off the opening kickoff. Of course, you mentioned Landon Simpson, the Ram of the Week. Pretty good leg, 2-sport athlete, soccer player. Puts it down there. I mean, that's what you're looking for in high school football. You're looking for the soccer player that doesn't mind putting on pads and booting a few down the field for you.
Well, it's unfortunate. We were going to post the Ram of the Week, as we always do on Friday, try to schedule it for about 6 o'clock or so. And we realized, oh no, we don't actually have a picture of football Landon Simpson. We have soccer Landon Simpson. We have basketball Landon Simpson. I think we even have a baseball Landon Simpson. We don't have football, Landon Simpson, and that sort of poses a problem, if you will. I don't know if it's really him playing baseball or not, but it's labeled Landon Simpson.
He's definitely playing football. He's kind of hanging back. You know, he plays that quarterback, strong safety position along with the wide receiver and handles the kicking. So
Simmons out of the gun, 2 backs. Play action, looking to the left sideline. Good coverage by Garrett there, and that'll hit him in the back of the head. He will not pick up a PI penalty, thankfully. That is great coverage by Garrett. The CB covering the intended receiver there, which I believe split to the left side, was a man who we've known for it feels like the better part of 2 decades, and that's Vincent Newsom, who feels like he's been suiting up for Marion for quite some time. Just one of those kids.
It's like that guy from Kansas that used to play basketball. He's like a 7-year senior.
Feels that way. Looking to the sideline for some instruction is Simmons. His back to the right is Chase Isbell. Split to the right side, Tyler Seema. 3 to the left now for the Marion Wildcats, dressed in yellow navy trim. It's going to be complete out in the flat to Jake Bruce, trying to break to the far sideline, past the 50s at midfield, looking down to the 47-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 6 or so. It'll bring up short yardage situation here for the Wildcats. We'll drop below the, no, we won't. Clock will stop as he got out of bounds, it looks like. And we'll stop at 11:01 to go here in the first quarter. If you've been hurt on the job, call Hannigan and McGovern. 241-9251. Flanked by 2 backs again out of the gun. It'll be a quick handoff. Oh, nice inside handoff, breaking the hash. Straddling it now is Isbell as he gets down inside the 30 to about the 29. Looking at a gain maybe of about 18 or 19, depending upon the spot. They'll say 38, gain of 19 for Isbell. Keep wanting to say a different first name, but it's Chase Isbell, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. And what a carry there. The Wildcats starting to roll here early as they'll have 2 to the right, 1 to the left, double back scenario out of the gun. Handoff as they stretch the field will come to the right side. Near the sideline, and not much there for number 15, it looks like, Cole Bundren. As he'll get the carry, but not much on it. Of course, my depth perception is terrible. So he might have gotten more than what I would give him credit for. And actually, my depth perception is so bad that was first down. That's a gain of 9. Wow.
Wow.
I'm in the wrong business. They will have out of the gun Hunter Simmons. 3-step drop. Simba looking downfield to the right side to Bruce in the end zone for the touchdown. And Hunter Simmons has his 6th TD of the year. It's 6-0 Wildcats on the completion to Bruce in the end zone. He was just camped out. Nobody there. He was on the in Marion or thereabouts. And it's 6-0 Wildcats. And yes, some excitement there for the former Ram. But man, he's able to showcase his true stuff this year. You love to see it.
Yeah, a little bit of quick slant. Kind of got lost in there on that side. And a quick gun there from Hunter Simmons. I mean, he's got the flick of the wrist, and it looks good coming out of the back of the pocket there.
Drew Garrett is the kicker here for the Wildcats. Uh-oh, they're going to fake maybe, and Garrett's going to bring him down at about the 20. I was looking down to see just how many kicks Landon Simpson made last week. Let's see.
So a fake field goal. Tackle him in the backfield. 6-0 Wildcats with 10:14 to go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Simpson was 6 of 7 last week from PAT. Had an 18-yard field goal, and he also intercepted a pass on defense. A new term has evolved, and it's called the Landon Simpson hat trick. Made field goal, made PAT, interception.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's why he's the Ram of the Week.
That's exactly why.
The Landon Simpson hat trick. So anyhow, the Rams will have back to return now. Looks like they will have Marcus Garrett.
Quick score there by Marion. I mean, it didn't really take them a whole lot. They started on the 35. They marched down pretty good. Kind of got the Rams lost in the mix. They had to make some adjustments and take a timeout early in this one.
Drew Garrett will kick off here for the Wildcats. It's Garrett and Lash back to return for the Rams. Anthony Lash Jr. certainly has some wheels. It'll be Garrett at about the 17-yard line near hash. Gets to the 25 where he slips. Regains his footing down to the 30. Trying to stretch the field. We'll have a flag and some extracurriculars, of course, on the near side. Definitely some extracurriculars there on the left sideline. So we'll see how this one plays out for the Rams, looking for their first start of the night. They were pretty exceptional against Altoff at home last week. They're on the road next Friday night at Carbondale. We will not have video from that one due to NFHS Robo Network. We'll be back with video on the, whatever that is in April, at home against Cahokia. I believe that to be the 16th. And then on the 23rd, it'll be the Rams and Orphans, and we'll have that streamed live for you as well. Of course, we'll be on the radio each and every one of those times, just no video at Carbondale.
So it's a 10-yard penalty, illegal block in the back on the Rams, so they'll actually start on the 18.
They will go ahead and start with Leake, the quarterback. Starting lineups traditionally presented by Hall Insurance Group. Let them do the shopping for you. Log on to hallinsgroup.com. That's hallinsgroup.com. Back to pass is Leake looking downfield, and that one will be caught. Nobody there for the Marion Wildcats defense. Down to the 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Mount Vernon Rams. And that is a Ram receiver. Embarrassingly, we've had 3 different rosters this year for the Rams. Trying to find out who that is on which roster. At one time, Fisher Davis was number 5. And this is what happens with number changes and roster changes.
Yeah, they got different jerseys and everything like that. But what a throw from Leake over the middle. I thought for a second it was going to be intercepted because it kind of was pretty close to some Marion defenders. But I think they cut a little bit too close to try and undercut that one, and it got over their head to thinking Fisher. But I don't think that that's the correct one.
Third game, third different roster. This one we do not have as the kick is up and good. Wait, nope, no good. So we're tied at 6. And I didn't get how much yardage that was, trying to figure out who it was.
Started on the 18.
Nice, an 82-yard pass for Evan Leake. What you can do, I can do better. Although Simba's pretty good here for the Marion Wildcats. We're tied at 6, 9:48 mark of this first quarter. Again, on the original roster we had, Fisher Davis was number 5. Maybe somebody from back home can help us out.
Anybody know who number 5 is? It takes all of us, okay?
For heaven's sake.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of different jerseys. I mean, because they have different jerseys.
Well, I mean, the home and away have always been typically the same. They wore the military appreciation last week. That makes sense. But one of the roster I was handed here at Marion, and I brought my own, which is where number 5 is Fisher Davis, but it has Luton now as 15, Fisher is 12, Blaze Baird now is 16. So we'll see. We'll see what we get as we go along.
Just unfortunate we can't give credit where credit's due, you know what I mean?
I'm about 98.6% sure, and I think that's your body temp on a normal basis, that was Fisher Davis.
Either way, what a throw. What a way to start this one. That gets you jolted. A kick,
it certainly does. Landon Simpson, the kick at about the 12. Wildcats will take it. Nice spin move by number 23, Quentin Anthony. He's still on his feet at about the 40, down at about the 44. He spun at about the 30, where there is a flag, mind you. Otherwise, it could be pretty good field position here for the Marion Wildcats to start. We know they can move the football.
Yeah, he started at the 12. Missed a couple of tackles, couple of spins, but they got a flag, so we're going to pull him back. Looks to be a holding on Marion. Or illegal block in the back, sorry.
Unbelievable here.
So basically, they started at the 12. He got them down to about the 40. Now they'll go back to the 18 to start out. Now that's where the Rams started out after their illegal block in the back penalty, and then they had an 82-yard touchdown going the other way. So hopefully the Rams won't allow that to happen on this possession.
Certainly paid off for them. Video streaming pays off every time, and of course that is thanks to Red Lake College, rlc.edu. Log on to read up on their more than 100 degree and certificate programs. Out of the gun, single back set, flanked to the left is Simmons, the quarterback. 2 on each side are his targets as he is rolling left. He's at about the 15 now, maybe making a run for it. Past the line of scrimmage, he'll have to. Makes a nice spin at the 20. Down about the 23-yard line. Gain of 5 on the ground for Hunter Simmons.
It's a really good package from the Rams. They kind of cut everything off downfield and force Simmons out of the pocket. Now, he is pretty dangerous. I mean, on the year, he's one of their leading rushers. he kind of helps things out on that. And he hadn't had too much this year, but he's got 17 rushes. He's had about 53 yards for the year and a touchdown by rushing as well. So he takes care of things from the pocket, but he has the ability. He's a big body. He's going to be hard to take down.
Single back set out of the gun for the quarterback Simmons. 8:55 mark of the first quarter. Look for the pass. Ooh, completed, but met by Miguel Rios. A first down saving tackle by Rios as that was caught by the Wildcat Tyler Sema, a 6-foot junior. Oh, nope, they're going to get forward progress at the first down. Gain of 5 here for the Wildcats. 8:48 mark of the first quarter. We're tied at 6. The Rams and Marion here on the road tonight from Wildcat Stadium. In the SSM Health broadcast booth, ssmhealth.com/doctors to find your next physician. Quick handoff up the middle, and this one's going to go along the hash, and that is going to be a 9.5-yard gain by the Wildcats, and that time it looked like it was Lucas Lanier. There we go. So we now have a few Ram rosters in hand, and we will get this right as we go along, but I am 98.9% sure now. That was Fisher Davis earlier. The orange sleeves are why I say that. Simmons out of the gun, looking to the left side. Oh, looking downfield too. That's going to be a nice catch by the Wildcats. Mason Gooch will bring it down past midfield down to about the 47-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of about 15 or so for the Wildcats as they're getting it done through the air. Again, Simmons came into tonight's action completing passes at about a 70% clip. Not bad.
Now they're inside Rams territory, 7:50 to go.
Now a little short sweep here to the right side for Isbell as he'll get past the 40 down to about the 38. Gain of about 8 or 9 for Isbell on the carry. Went to the right side of the field and tried to stretch it out a little bit as we're tied at 6. 7:40 left to go in the first. And a holding penalty going to bring that back. Late flag. Or just late for me to see it. Both are significantly logistical and logical, I should say, options.
So that'll bring them back here in this one. 7:40 to go.
See Josh Finley at Country Financial. Learn more about protection for the things in your life that matter most and get started on a plan for a comfortable future. See Josh Finley today at Country Financial. And of course, we're working on getting that picture of Landon Simpson, this week's Ram of the Week. Again, 6 of 7 for PAT, an 18-yard field goal last week, and an interception in the win against Alton. Some special teams love to Lando. Back to pass out of the gun. Ooh, nice. Oh, Simpson was looking right into the hands of Vincent Newsom. That was a good throw, a little low, but good enough. It was still in the numbers, still at the hands, and that'll be dropped for an incompletion. With 7:23 left to go, second quarter, 6-6 ball game. Rams and Wildcats all tied up. 1-1 are the Rams, 2-0. Marion coming in tonight. Marion edged Cahokia last week, a Cahokia Comanche team. The Rams will see week 5, which in an odd enough year, that'll be the second to last game of the regular season.
Well, this is an important set of downs here for the Rams. I mean, now you got them at 2nd and 19 back in their own territory. If you can get them to turn it over and have to punt to you, it's going to be real key.
3-step drop for Simpson into the flat. Cole Bundren will get the catch and take it to midfield. Still not near the original line of scrimmage. It'll take a little bit of the pressure off, as that will make it about a 3rd and 13 on the 6-yard gain by Cole Bundren. We'll see. No flags. Nope, they're going to give credit to the 49, so add an extra yard onto that. All right.
Face mask penalty on the Rams.
Well, that'll help Marion. For all your real estate needs, see Pam Kirkpatrick at Coldwell Banker in Mount Vernon. She and her staff are there to help you 7 days a week, serving the Mount Vernon area since 1986.
20 yards in penalties already for Marion. And just 15 for Mount Vernon, but kind of not timely because you had them, pretty close to midfield. A little bit more of the backs against the wall, and now they get this set of downs. They get an extra 5 yards. Now it's more manageable. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the Ram 44-yard line. Ball spotted on the near hash. Simmons will work out of the gun. Single back set this time. He'll have 3 left, 1 to the right. 7:02 mark of the second. Make that the first quarter, tied at 6. Oh, Rams going to jump. Rams going to jump. Rams did jump. Rams jumped. Rams will have jumped.
Hey, did they jump?
They did, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty and cuts it to about 2nd and 2.
So now we're even on penalty numbers after the back-to-back ones for Mount Vernon. Now it's 2nd and 2, and we're under 7 to go, and now they're getting a little bit more into that uncomfortable zone of your territory. So the Rams not doing themselves any favors after a pretty good start to this set of downs.
Second and short here for the Wildcats. 6:50 mark as the clock rolls here in the first. Tied at 6. Simmons, the snap, going to hand right off, and that's going to be right up the hash, down to about the 25 to the 24. Gain of 15 on the ground by Chase Isbell. And the senior ball carrier gets a first down for Marion. Gets them inside. No. Close to the red zone, pardon me. Let's see our sports coverage next week. Rams at Carbondale. Simple enough. Right here on 94.1 FM. Cardinal baseball will finally be on Friday nights after that. 16th and 3rd and 23rd at 7. Simmons rolling to the left side, looking for the flag route toward the end zone, but that one's going to be just short, but it looks like it's caught. And that's going to be caught inside the 5. What a pass, what a play. Looks like that might have been Walker Fox. So Fox will get a 19-yard pass. Walker Fox, the Swamp Fox, will come up with that one.
He was the hero along with Simmons in that game against Cahokia for the game-winning touchdown.
This nickname's not Swamp Fox, there's a problem. Of course, Francis Marion, whom the city of Marion and Marion County named after, was known as the Swamp Fox. Nice, easy tie in as Isbell's going to get the touchdown off tackle. 4-yard touchdown off tackle for Chase Isbell, and that'll make it a 12-6 Marion lead, and the Rams are going to have some work to do offensively, but Lord knows they did the last drive.
Now, if they don't make their field goal, get a chance to come back and score, we'll find out. They may try and go for 2 and get that extra point back from that they missed earlier in the quarter.
What can you do with a 1% sales tax? You can buy the kind of lights that flicker on command with an app.
That's interesting.
It's a quick handoff. A little reverse handoff there to Tommy Wiseman, I believe. Number 20, the sophomore, will get the 2-point conversion. It's 14-6 Wild Kitties.
Yep, we kind of thought that they might try that. You missed the extra point early in the first quarter. You would like to get that back, that we can go back up to that 14 mark and be up a total score on that one. So they get it, and it was kind of a situation where Marion had some issues getting across the half line to initially start this drive. Mount Vernon made a couple of good tackles, a couple of good plays. They had a penalty that pushed them back a little bit. They had a chance, Mount Vernon did, to really make this drive their own, get the ball back on a turnover on downs, but instead it's a score and a 2-point conversion. Now you got a little work to do with 6:03 to go in the first.
14-6, Rams trailing here, but they'll have possession barring any mistakes. Lash and Garrett back to return here for Mount Vernon. 6:03 mark of the first quarter. 14-6, Rams trailing after another great possession by the Wildcats. Battle of left-footed kickers tonight. This is Marcus Garrett with it at about the 25, now to the 30, 35. Bounces off a defender. Going to have to get past this one here, Bruce, as he is brought down at about the 35-yard line. Nice return. It'll be a return of about 23 for Marcus Garrett.
Well, he's slipped a couple of times on the field, and you'd like to think he doesn't slip. He gets a few more yards. Maybe he gets a little closer to that, midfield area.
Well, the nighttime dew makes the grass a little slippery, even though it's turf. Speaking of which, what a beautiful facility here at Wildcat Stadium.
It's a little overwhelming.
Can be. I remember when it was still just a nice facility before they made all the improvements. Quarterback Leak will be under center. Tailback here, and a handoff forthcoming as the handoff will be up the right side past the 35. So at least the line of scrimmage, gain of about 4 off tackle between the hashes to about the 38, maybe the 39, by Nesbitt. So the Rams have had quite a few freshmen out there getting starts, and this is one of them. Devontae Nesbitt Jr., 160 pounds, getting the carry. Gets 3 yards. That's the official tally. It's 2nd and 7, 5:23 mark of the first. 14-6 Marion on top if you've just tuned in, courtesy of Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville. Handoff Leak. Play action rolling to the right side. Looking downfield. That one's going to be complete to Rios for first down yards, but that's a massive hit at about the 45-yard line as Rios comes up with the catch, and that'll be 1st and 10.
Good look, good effort there by Rios to keep a hold of that one. You get hit that hard, you can sometimes go ahead and drop the football, but he didn't on that time.
He held on as Lash and Rios to the left side, 2 to the right. Looks like Davis and Plummer. Come on, Hugo, you know these kids. Out of the pistol, it's going to be Leak looking left side. He has Lash. He's completed it to Lash. Lash uses the wheels, gets to the 40, down to the 37-yard line is where I'll spot it. Gain of 13, I think. My football math is terrible, by the way.
Hey, I would not be able to do.
There's 2 things I cannot add on the fly, time and yardage.
I think it's an 11. They were on the 47, now they're on the 38.
15.
There you go.
Something like that.
I can give you the numbers, I just don't know how to add them.
You give them to me to add, I'll be all right.
There we go.
I got a mnemonic device. Out of the option to the right side, we'll have a flag as Leak was going to go right off of the option. Got to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where the flag takes us. Flag may take us in a totally different direction. We'll see what happens here.
I think Leak might have lost a yard on the play, but they're going to call that on the Rams a holding penalty.
Won't ruin your weekend, but it sure as heck won't make it any better.
No, especially when you get a couple of receptions down the field and you start getting into that Wildcat territory. Now you got to be pushed back, and you're at the 4-minute mark or so here in the first quarter. You're down a score and an extra point. It's not exactly what you want on that 10-yard penalty.
Don't waste your time. Let Hall Insurance do the shopping for you. Go to hallinsgroup.com and get a quote fast. That's hallinsgroup.com. An empty backfield kind of out of the gun. Lash will be in motion. High snap to Leak. He'll have to keep it himself. And after the penalty pushes it 1st and 20, he will get close to the original line of scrimmage. It's a gain of about 8. Up the near hash to about the 39. We're going to call it a gain of 9 because we can. It's 2nd and 11. We drop below the 3:55 mark of this first quarter. Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside. Zach Mattmiller is with us in the SSM Health broadcast booth. Brock Myers back at the Mount Vernon studio.
Now you've cut a decent amount of yardage off that penalty, but you're still not back to the original line of scrimmage. So you still got some work to do with 2nd and long.
Out of the pistol, the back here is Gabe Luton. And high snap. Uh-oh, this is past midfield. Leak's going to try to make something happen anyway. Breaks a tackle, gets to midfield, down to the 40.
Wow. Wow.
That's a gain of 3. No big deal. High snap overhead into Mount Vernon territory, rather. He gets back into Marion territory and gets past the line of scrimmage to about the 40, make that the 38. So all in all, it's positive yardage after, a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. Ends up with 2-yard rush after they spot the ball, breaks a tackle. I think that was a run out of anger after back-to-back high snaps. Still got 9 yards to go to get the first. And you'd really hate to not get it when you're finally on this side, trying to work the offense into Wildcat territory.
I have a feeling we have a timeout.
Somebody's calling one.
I say there wasn't much left on the play clock. Either way, it'll be brought to you by First Mid-Bank and Trust. Corner of 34th and Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Yeah, I think they were. Rams coach is not very.
No timeout.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say they're throwing their hands up, palms up. They're upset because it's a delay of game penalty. So things not really working out well for the Rams on this drive. So now it's 3rd and 14.
14-6. Rams trailing. 3:11 left in the first. 3rd and 14 for the Marion 42. And it's a high snap. And League is going to get back close to the line of scrimmage on a quarterback keeper. Gets to the 39.
5 or 6 more yards if he doesn't slip and fall on that one. So he gets, I guess, 3 yards. But now, the Rams are going to have to punt it away.
2:35 left to go. First quarter, 4th and 11. The punt will drop at about the 15. Takes a Ram bounce toward the hashes. Get out of the way. And Fisher Davis with fancy footwork to down at about the 2. Hey now, 1st and 10 deep for the Marion Wildcats.
That's pretty good. That's a decent punt. You put them down there at the 2 or the 3 with under 3 to go. After some struggles, a couple of high snaps, that's going to have to be buttoned up over there on the Rams sideline. Can't be having those against this Wildcats high potent offense. Can't be giving them free possessions. Turnovers, not been a thing, but the penalties have been a little bit of a struggle for the Rams. They had 15 yards of penalty on that particular drive, and then they had 15 yards on the last drive, and then they had 10 yards on the opening drive for them early back in that first quarter.
In their own end zone, giving chase, and that is going to be about the shoe tops of Vincent Newsom on the near sideline. Simmons was in the end zone. Great pressure there by Caden Robinson, one of the captains for this team. He's a junior. And we will have an official's timeout here.
Well, you got them backed up as far as that goes. You feel like you've had pretty good success against the receivers, out in the open field and across the middle. Why not? Why not pressure the quarterback this deep into your own territory here?
Scoreboard updates are furnished by Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. After 1, Benton leads Massac County 14-0.
That's talk about high-powered offenses.
They're good.
Man.
Saw them week 1 against West Frankfort. 2nd and 10 out of the end zone, and this one will be a handoff. A little off-carry run here, and that's going to be running room at about the 10, maybe to the 11. It's first down. No, it's not first down yardage. You go learn the rules of football. As the ball carrier, whom I did not get a number for, might have been Tommy Wiseman, but again, I did not get a good look.
It's Lucas Schrum, I believe.
I was way off. Number is he?
34.
Oh, okay. I see him now. Hey, after 1 at Centralia, the Orphans lead Altsoff 28-0. Second time they've played this year. More on that in a moment. Off tackle run up the right side. It's first down and then some. Shy of the 20 to about the 19. Gain of 8. So Schrum another run, this time for a first. And that's where we stand. Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Having a local agent matters for your insurance. His State Farm team is here to help. So the Wildcats get a first down. They move the chains. 1st and 10 from their 19. Between the hashes and out of the gun here for Simmons. It's going to be another carry for Schrum. Breaks a tackle, gets to the 24. He's brought down by a bevy of Rams. Maddox Randall in the picture. Mason Randall in the picture. So it's a Randall family reunion there on the tackle. With 1:09 left in the first quarter. I have determined we're on the original roster.
Let's go with it.
The Marion roster is garbage. With all respects paid to my man Ryan Gadiski. Who, I'll tell you what, no matter what time I text, no matter how big a bind I am in, always comes through if I need help with Marion. 44 seconds left. Simmons and too many guys moving. Too many guys doing too many things at the wrong time. That's a penalty.
Illegal motion on that one.
That's what they tell me.
That's what they're saying. So that'll pull it back a little bit. 3 straight rushes. I mean, you almost hate that if you're the Wildcats. You get something going on the rushing game. Maybe open up things for your passing game, which has been, okay for the most part. Your passing is your touchdown and everything, but you feel like you can be successful on the rush, and then you end up getting that penalty.
We'll have your 3 stars of the game coming up in our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show presented by your Mount Vernon Culver's. Swing by Culver's, try a juicy butter burger, or treat yourself to a frozen custard. Mount Vernon Culver's near the corner of Veterans and 42nd. Easy pass to the left side. On the run on the sideline, past the 35 near the 40 where Mason Gooch is pushed out of bounds. And Gooch made it to about the 37. Gain of, by my calculation, 17. His jersey number is 5. You subtract that, it's 12, which has nothing to do with rhyme or reason.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, net profit. Out of the gun. Simmons looking downfield. 1-step drop is all it took. That's going to be complete over the top. What a bobble. What a catch And Tyler Sema still on his feet, finally knocked down at about the Mount Vernon 39. Gain of 25 through the air. Football math, I did it that time.
Attaboy.
All right. And we'll have the end of the first quarter right here. We all got so excited. Big play, big hit.
Big bobble.
And that takes us to the end of the first. After one, the Marion Wildcats 14, the Mount Vernon Rams 6. We'll come back with a second from the SSM Health broadcast booth in Marion. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Where's your playground? The end of the road is where the real fun begins during the Jeep Celebration event at Holzhauer's in Nashville, Illinois. Adventure is never out of reach. All right. Make memories with every mud pit and rocky terrain. Earn that post-trip car wash.
Jeep hair don't care.
Let's start your new Jeep life at Holzhauer's Auto and Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. It'd be real cool if you did. Where's your playground? When you have a new Jeep, it's anywhere you want.
Jeep hair don't care. Do you have a minor illness or injury? Get quick care at SSM Health Express Clinics. With locations in Centralia and Mount Vernon, they offer quality medical care that works with your schedule. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday, 8 to 2. The Express Clinic in Mount Vernon and the primary care in Centralia are COVID-19 drive-through testing centers. To schedule an appointment, visit ssmhealth.com/quickcare.
Watch the Rams in stunning high definition at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Renly College.
We head to a little thing called the second quarter here at Marion. I'm Chris Hugo. Jake Linder is alongside from Wildcat Stadium in the SSM Health broadcast booth as the Rams trail the Marion Wildcats to the tune of 14-6 as we are in the second quarter. Rams... Okay, no, they have 11 on the field. Marion's on offense here. 1st and 10 out of the gun is Hunter Simmons. His back looks to be Mason Gooch. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Split left is Vincent Newsom. Probably Sema and Bruce to the right, if I had to guess. Looking to the right sideline, nothing there. It's a heave downfield, far corner of the end zone. It is dropped. Bruce looked like he had a surefire 39-yard touchdown catch, but this time, whatever caused him to drop that had other ideas. That was a great effort.
I mean, I'm talking surgical inches underthrown. Just because he had him beat so early, I mean, he was holding his hand up at the 20 because he was wide open, and Simmons just took an extra half a second to let that defender clear before he slung it out there. So maybe slightly underthrown with the speed he had.
Snap to Simmons, looking for the quick pass, and that is going to be complete to Schrum. He uses that speed, pass to 30, down to the 25, near sideline. Nice cut at the 20, down to the 15, where he steps out of bounds, probably at about the 16. Gain of 23, what a pass. Yards after the catch by Lucas Schrum, and the 5'7 junior comes up with a big run. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, 11:41 left to go here in the second. Wow.
Big quarter for Schrum at the end of the first, heading into the second. 3 rushes for 20-some yards, and then the 23-yard reception, just a couple of yards out of the backfield, gets that one on the dump-off, ends up putting him down on the 16.
Out of the gun for Simmons, looking now to the right side. Bobbled, but caught by Bruce inside the 10 at about the 9. Gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 at 11:30 mark here of the second quarter. Still 14-6. Wildcats lead your Rams here. Still in the first half. Wood flooring can add luxury and value to a home. Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply at Mount Vernon has an amazing selection of traditional, distressed, sculpted, even reclaimed wood, all at exceptional prices. Out of the gun, handoff. Schrum right up the middle. He's going to have running room. Gets into the end zone alongside the near hash. 9-yard gain, 9-yard run, 9-yard score. It's 20-6 Wildcats.
Yeah, I mean, it was rushes. It's been Schrum's last, 5 minutes or so, going back to the end. About 2 minutes left to go in that first quarter into that second quarter. So 9 yards for him. Puts them up 20-6. Let's see what they go with here. Did they kick it? Oh, Simmons is still on the field, so they may try and go for 2 here again.
We shall see. Schrum has been able to run the football at will. We'll see if that's the number they dial or if they go a different direction. Newsom split off to the left side, and it is going to be a handoff up the middle. Fumbled into the end zone, but it won't matter. He'd already crossed the plane. Tommy Wiseman gets the 2-point conversion. It's 22-6 Wildcats.
Just not the best defensive stance for the Rams on that drive. You felt like they had a lot of good things going on the drive before that. You know, they forced some things. They had some penalties happen. They had some stops, some good tackles on the drive before that, back at the end of the first quarter. But then from about 2 minutes to go in the first until we're now down to about a minute gone in the second, just hasn't been great on the defensive end for the Mount Vernon Rams.
22-6 the score. Marion on top. Rams will have the football, you would hope, after this Marion kickoff by number 18, Drew Garrett. 11:02 left in the first half. We'll have your Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show following this first half action. We'll have talk, we'll have discussion, we'll have stats. We'll have Tony Wilt with scores. He won't be saying them, he'll be presenting them. As we await the kickoff here at the 11:02 mark of quarter number 2.
Rams got to get a score. You really don't want to be down where you're at now, heading into the third quarter. Kind of a botched return there.
Garrett was having trouble handling the kickoff return, and he'll end up stepping out of bounds at about the 16, where the Rams will take it 1st and 10.
He's been so good off the returns. You know, he's giving you 20 yards here, 15 yards there, and then that one just kind of landed before he could make a catch. Now you've got to start way, way, way back, deep in your own territory. It's not where you want to be. You'd like to be somewhere a little closer to midfield. But it is what it is. You're on the starting with the 16.
So 10:58 remains here in the second quarter. Rams will have the football. God bless Ryan Gadisky. I keep forgetting to write down the scoring drives, as we will have back to pass Leak looking downfield. He's got to run for it. He nearly was brought down for a loss, but escaped a tackle. He evaded that for a gain of maybe a half.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, that's how I'm keeping my stats. Just writing down the scoring drives.
There we go. Catching up here. Also using the wrong sheet of paper, the one that I need to keep that I'll be giving to the person I'm giving this information to. Out of the gun, pistol more like it. Leak gonna roll to the right side. Pressured as he throws, and that one was almost picked off. Vincent Newsom out of nowhere. Not today.
No. Leak had to be a little uncomfortable. Pushed out of the pocket, had to do something rolling to his right. Put a pretty good clip behind that one. Lucky that one didn't get picked off, because that probably would have been 6 going the other way. Wasn't much between Newsom and the end zone if he would have caught that one.
10:15 mark of the first half. Second quarter action from Marion. Out of the pistol for Evan Leak. Fisher Davis to the right, 2 to the left. Play action again. 3-step drop, looking downfield. He'll have to break a couple of tackles to stay upright, and he'll get a run here. Breaks to the far sideline, looking for a first down. Wills his way for a 10 and 11-yard gain to about the, looks like the 27-yard line. Gain of 11. It'll be 1st and 10. And this drive is alive because of Evan Leak.
Yeah, I mean, that was a broken play. I bet everybody in yellow and everybody on this side of the field thought, oh, he's about to get down. We're about to have a 4th down. We're going to get the ball back. And but instead, you know, we end up getting back to, what are they at, about the 23 right now? No. Moved it up on that one.
They did. That's going to be at about the 27. Looking downfield, Leak. Oh, it's complete to Lash over the top. He's fighting for yardage at the 40, far hash to the 41. Gain of 11 for Lash. If you need a career change, Red Lake College offers dozens of programs focused on putting you in a new job in as little as a year. Find out more at rlc.edu. Your journey starts at Red Lake College. Just wrapped up the full ride promotion.
Yeah.
You were part of that.
I was. Miranda Simmons from McLeansboro is the winner of the full ride.
Nice. Congratulations. 22-6 the score. Out of the pistol for Leak. Back to pass. Needs a block. Gets one. Still has to run for his life here under pressure. Simple pass over the top. There is complete. Lash will get to the near sideline from the far. Down inside the 35. Cut at the 30. Now at the 25. Trying to get back to the far hash. Brought down at about the 21 after he's tripped up. And that is going to be a nice gain there. From the 41 to somewhere. Let's see where the official spot is. Down to the 21. Wow. 39-yard catch for Anthony Lash 2.0.
Well, it was Shrum for the Wildcats on the last drive. It's been Lash on this one. But don't forget about Leak. I mean, a broken play on third down after an incomplete pass, and another broken play before that where he had no gain, just somehow managed to scramble back to the line of scrimmage. Now you're all the way down here deep in Wildcat territory. You love where you sit, and that's going to be good for morale heading in towards the end zone.
Rams moving the football here with speed. Davis to the right. Rios and Lash to the left. And out of the gun is Leak looking over the top. Oh, and that's going to be a big hit on the throw. We'll have extracurriculars in the backfield. I did not see the target. It looked like that might have actually been Newsom breaking that up. I think they were looking for Nettles.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a floater there by Leak. I think he was trying to wait for something to open up, so he didn't put quite as much behind it. That might have almost been his demise. Luckily, nothing happened, and we're just going to second down instead.
Bean Insurance is providing solutions with a unique experience and knowledge. Get a quote today at beaninsurance.net. Under center, Nesbitt the back. And this is going to be Nesbitt on the carry. Gets the handoff, goes inside the 20, down inside the 15, maybe to about the 14. We'll see the spot. It'd be a gain of about 7, which would make it about 2nd and 3.
Well, it's a pretty good, that's a good rush for second down that brings you 3rd and short. You can do a lot of different things, with 3rd and 4th. You can rush, you can get some play action going, maybe dump something over the middle. If nothing's there, you can use your safety valves or, something underneath to the halfback or whatever it may be. Basically, this first down is pretty important for the Rams, as they all are, of course.
22-6 score. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the pistol for Leak. 2-step drop, he'll roll left. Staying alive on 3rd and 4, slips a tackle. Gets a nice block from Nesbitt in the backfield. Come to the near side. He'll be brought down now. That's a big tackle at about the 20. Evan Leak trying to plead that was a horse collar. For that tackle, that for loss, looks like number 65, Maurice Marvin. All 6'2" and 300 pounds of that sophomore brought down the Ram quarterback, and the officials are talking it over. I can see a case being made for that. It's 4th and forever. With 6:51 to play here in the second quarter. This timeout presented by First Mid Bank and Trust. Stop by their location at the corner of South 34th and Broadway and talk with Dwayne Gully about your next home loan. First Mid is an equal housing lender. See what the call is going to be. They're not discussing anything.
So right now, it's just a 5-yard loss. It seemed like it should have been more.
I mean, you could claim, I guess you could, but in all reality, it's not like any hands were grabbing inside any pads or anything like that. But I mean, I could see where at the high school level you could call it that way. I don't know. I'm not an expert. If I was, I'd be officiating football.
Sounds terrible.
Probably not. I would actually still be up here. I like this a lot better.
Yeah.
Glad to have all of you who may be with us on the radio or on the Section 618 app. Or maybe you're watching us at good old-fashioned WMIXsports.com. Either way, you're redirected to YouTube. God's honest truth. So however you may be accessing us, we certainly appreciate it.
So we'll see what they come up with. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can go for it because you're so deep in this territory. Because even if you turn it over, but it all just depends on how much you trust your kicker. Maybe put something through.
Shout out to some of the guys on the line, of course. Deshaunce King, Everett Mathis, Bryce Derry, among others. Javen Jones. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Out of the pistol on 4th and 15 from the 26. Plummer in motion. Switches sides. Tight left. Back to pass is Leak. Looking downfield. Wants to go left. His eyes are telling the story right now. He'll get a block from King in the backfield. Looking deep downfield toward the end zone. Underthrown. And Lash came back to get it, but he was going to run right into a tackle by Mason Gooch. And the Rams will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, you think if he can get his feet set and he wasn't being pursued by the defender, he might be able to put just a little bit more on that. They might have had a score. I mean, Lash was pretty open down there in the end zone. They kind of let him get a little bit loose downfield.
So the Ram defense will take over, and of course some of the guys I see out there, Anthony Lash Jr., Gabe Luton, Landon Simpson, Mylan Nettles, Maddox Randall, Big Tater out there. Weston Riding's got to be out there somewhere. Yep, old number 56 on the end, left side, pass rusher. Looks like he's ready to go. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from their own 26 as they take over with 6:40 left in the half. 22-6 Wildcat lead. Handoff going to come to the near side. A little sweep there by the ball carrier Isbell. Breaks to the sideline, gets to the 39. We'll see if they give him full credit to the 40, where he steps out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 14 by Isbell, and that will be a Wildcat first down. Also out there for the Rams, I feel like I only named 8. Mason Randall, a young man not on my roster. Can't imagine. That happens in the game of football. You have guys get hurt and then guys quickly brought up from the underclass rosters. Simba pressured. Simmons may not get away. He will get away, and he'll keep rolling to that right side. Brought down now by, look, that's got to be Luton. I can't see that far. Yeah, Gabe Luton.
Yeah, they were doing so well on the rush. I was getting ready to comment on how they haven't really even needed the pass. And the Rams have done a nice job kind of controlling that sort of thing. They've pursued the quarterback quite a bit here tonight, and they really haven't got a lot going on that. But the rush has been something that the Rams haven't been able to deal with as much. So 6-yard tackle for a loss for Mount Vernon, getting Simmons out of the pocket.
And now we'll have a timeout, Marion. 5:55 left to play here in the first half. It's 22-6.
Yeah, now they got 16 to go after the loss on that one. If you're the Rams, boy, if you could just start to figure a few things out, shutting down the running game a little bit more, it will open up things on the passing side, but if you're pretty much taking over and doing great things by pursuing the quarterback and kind of taking that portion out of Simmons and the Wildcat offense, and not the Wildcat offense, the Wildcats offense, possessive, Rams like where they sit heading into halftime, but this is an all-important stop on this drive.
Of course, cellular connectivity at a premium right now, and in case you missed it, what you missed was a big tackle by Gabe Luton on the far sideline for a loss of about 6 or so on Hunter Simmons, who was scrambling for his life. A lot of pressure on that one by the Rams, and ultimately it ends up as a loss. 5:55 mark of this first half. Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside. As Simmons, the quarterback, out of the gun. Flanked to his left by a running back. 3 to the left side, 1 to the right are his receivers. It'll be Newsom in motion. And out of the gun, looking to pass. He's looking downfield. A little fade route to the near side. That's going to be complete in stride to the 30, 25, 20. Plummer gives chase. He'll come up short. That's going to be a touchdown by Mason Gooch. 66 yards in the air for Hunter Simmons to Mason Gooch. And the Wildcats take a 28-6 lead. And I know it's the opposition. If you're a Ram fan, you're like, why is this guy so excited? 1, I am anyway. 2, impressive play by the Marion quarterback to Mason Gooch.
Yeah, that just can't happen if you're the Mount Vernon defense. We just talked about how good they have dealt with the pass, and maybe that was a play where they figure they could get something going with the rush, but pretty simple. You know, little play action, you go downfield, you throw it to the sideline, and it is what it is. Gooch got loose.
They'll go 4-2. Isbell up the middle. Isbell going to get in like that every time. It's 30-6. Rams football is driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports in Nashville, the #1 volume dealer. You can shop all of their brands at Holzhauer.com.
Yeah, Mount Vernon has to come up with something on this drive heading into the locker room. I mean, what are we at here? 24 unanswered at this point with 3 two-point conversions. It's been done on the ground by the Wildcats, which we knew. I mean, coming into this one, everybody knew about the Marion offense and what they had to offer. And it's no surprise that they've been able to put up 30 in the first half. But adjustments was one of the keys to the game, and it looked like the Rams had made a few and gotten a few things done, but a few big plays by Hunter Simmons and the Marion Wildcats have broken this one open.
So Simmons to Gooch for 66. It's 30-6 Wildcats. (30-6) Marion. Rams will get the football here. The kick is from Garrett. That'll be a tough bounce there for the Rams. Picked up at about the 24, brought down at about the 24 is Blaze Baird, 145-pound junior. And the Rams will have it 1st and 10 from on or about their own 24-yard line. So Newsom brings down 7 on the play. Newsom brings down Baird.
So you got 5.5 to go. You know, less than 80 yards, and you got a timeout to use once you get down to that point. For the Rams, it's tough. Got to have a score heading into the locker room if you want to put yourself in a position to win this ball game.
Rams march to the line. They'll send Plummer and Fisher Davis to the right side. Rios and Lash to the left. Back is Luton. Out of the pistol is the Ram quarterback, Evan Leak. 5:38 left in the half. Leak, a 3-step drop. Looking downfield. Over the top, complete. That's Fisher Davis trying to use the wheels. Had a first down. Loses a first down.
Ran backwards.
And now,
it's not what you want.
Can't run backwards and have forward progress.
If anything, fall backwards after you make the catch. Could have had the first down, could have kept rolling.
So it'll be a 9-yard gain. Takes them to the 33. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Rams here. Clock will drop below the 5-minute mark as Leak comes back from the sideline. We'll see what kind of adjustments Rams make in the locker room.
It's kind of amazing. Some of the best offense for the Rams have been on these broken plays. But they still only have the 6.
Leak ready to pass out of the shotgun, looking deep downfield for a heave, looking for Davis.
Ooh.
It'll be just a bit overthrown. Davis, I think, was having trouble reading the ball through the air. Had taken a couple of steps up. Had he not, he probably would have caught it in stride and had a score. But in the end result, it'll stop the clock. 4:41. 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Now for the Rams.
Being pursued by a couple of Wildcat defenders, but I think you're right. If it wasn't a score, they would have been deep inside, inside of the 30 somewhere. If he just kept running a little bit, but like you said, he kind of got turned around and had to change his angle on the ball. Still 3rd and 1.
Luton in motion. Lee going to carry it himself. Nice distraction as he will get on his feet. He's at the 50, midfield, down to the 40, inside, trying to spin around. He'll be pushed to the 35. And that'll be a gain of 22-ish on the ground for Evan Leak.
Started on the 33. See where they spot him.
Oh, they're going to give him at the 35. So 15 plus 17 is 32. I use the 50. So if it's on the 33, that's 17 plus another 15 is 32.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, that was the hardest part I've ever had of this ball game, of this sport, was whenever it switches over and you got to do the math from one to the other.
And now, Leak will be out of the pistol. Davis right, Rios left slot, split to the left with Lash, and not sure what happened there, but Luton on the carry will be brought down in a hurry for a loss. Almost looked like they thought the play was blown dead, but not the case. Get quick care for you and your family at SSM Healthcare Clinics. It's wellness that works with your schedule in Mount Vernon. The SSM Health broadcast booth tonight. We're so delighted to be with you for Rams football, driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports Group. Explore a multitude of vehicles online at holzhauers.com. 3:30 is where the clock will end up here. Second quarter from Wildcats Stadium. Marion 30, Rams 6. Rams have it second and 12. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol set. The back is Nesbitt for the quarterback leak. He'll take a 3-step drop again. Looks off out of the slant intended for Lash, overthrown. It'll be 3rd and 12 at 3:12 to go. Stays 30-6, Marion on top. And if the Wildcats could come up with a stop here, they would have the football. They can move quickly enough to score, and they will have the ball to start the
they got
second half.
I was gonna say, and they got 2 timeouts to do it with. So that's why it's so important for the Rams to score here on this drive. I'm not saying that loses you the game by any means. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying you just don't want to give them the ball back with this much time and two timeouts to work with as well. Okay, we got a penalty.
Well, somebody grabbed the back of a helmet. Somebody gave the Rams a first down.
Wow, okay. Thank you for the gift.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Marion 23, 2 to the left.
Now it's even more important that you score. I mean, you move up that far.
Absolutely. Out of play action, Link will roll to the right side. He's chased. He'll need a block. He'll get one. And now trying to evade a tackler, he does, but that guy's behind him. He'll throw deep downfield. Davis in the end zone, but drops it. Oh, man. You hate to see it.
I mean, it was in the numbers. These broken plays, man, I'm telling you, that has been – it's kind of amazing how that has been the thing that has worked well for the Rams. They get broken. Leak finds a way to get back out of the pocket and keep the play alive. And then he hits your guy in the chest with Fisher Davis, who had to score early in that first quarter for the Rams. The only score that they have thus far, drops that one in the end zone. And then we got a penalty, so the Rams are going to move back now.
Well, you got Rumpelstiltskin at quarterback. Making stuff out of nothing. Unfortunately, he just could not come up with the catch in the end zone. Oh, man. 2:51 left. We're in the second quarter from the SSM Health broadcast booth. We'll have your Culver's 3 stars of the game and our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. But before all of that, we'll have your Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show.
So now you give 15 yards back that you got back earlier from the Marion penalty.
2nd and 25 here for the Rams from the Marion 38-yard line. Ball spotted between the hashes. Rios will go to the right side. Plummer in the right slot. Davis split right. Lash is left. Nesbitt, the back here out of the gun here for Leak, who's looking to go option. Keeps it himself, breaks the tackle off at the end, splits a couple of the defenders at about the 30. He'll be pulled down out of bounds at about the 29 for a gain of about 9. Nope, they're going to give him to the 30, gain of 8.
He just never got brought down. Even when he went out of bounds, he said, "Get off me," and walked out of bounds, and then turned around and came back on the field.
2nd, and I believe a prime number. 2nd and 17 from the Marion 30. Thinking on that. Yep. So 2:30 to go here in the second quarter. Rams trying to keep it 30-6, so they prefer to make it 30-12 or more. Plenty of time.
Yeah. If you go to the locker room 30-14, you don't hate it.
Nesbitt on the run, breaks a couple of tackles in the backfield. All of that to get to the far sideline, out of bounds, maybe for a gain of 2. We'll have a late flag. Hashtag you hate to see it. WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, and all of Southern Illinois. A free service from Withers Broadcasting, top of the 8 o'clock hour, here in the Central Time Zone. It's also the 8 o'clock hour, whatever time zone is 12 hours behind us or in front of us.
Personal foul on Marion.
That'll help the Rams.
Yeah, so I think that's where they go. I think that one, you go half the distance. So that'll put them down on the 15. And you get an automatic first down too. So 30 yards of penalties in the last 5.5 minutes for Marion. Rams have got to take advantage.
1st and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down without scoring. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Single back set out of the gun here for the quarterback leak, rolling right side. He's going to be met by a couple of guys, but he's able to change direction.
Jeez.
He'll use that speed. He's going to have to do something here. He'll get to the far sideline. It'll be a loss. Going to get rid of the football.
If he could just get an extra 3-4 seconds, his receivers just don't have the time to make their move, and then he's having to make his own moves on the other end.
So after all that, 2:03 remains in the second half, first half. I was going to say first half, then the second word second came out, and then I was left with nowhere to go.
Yeah, you good.
Yep, so second quarter action, 2:03 to go.
So turnover there on the Rams. We'll see if Coach Martin wants to just kneel it down and head to the locker room with a 38-6 lead, or if he wants to take a shot at the end zone with a timeout.
We'll see what they do. 3.8 seconds left. Welcome those of you back watching. Again, we're having all kinds of cellular issues. We apologize. 38-6 the score. You might have missed a 47-yard touchdown catch by Gooch a moment ago, and now it'll be a direct snap to about the 35, and that's where time will expire here in the half. Halftime score, the Marion Wildcats 38, the Mount Vernon Rams 6. We'll come back with your Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Here's your Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, MVT.
David Jordan, social studies teacher at Century High School. As both a teacher and a coach, he challenges and strives for his students to not only learn and remember what he teaches, but understand how it's important and affects their everyday lives. Nominate your most valuable teacher at section618.com.
MVT is brought to you by SIU Credit Union, Joiner Therapy Services, Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports, Johnny Logan College, and Graphics Galore in Marion.
Okay, let's log in and look for insurance. Okay, no, click here. Okay, no, not that. What? That's not affordable. Now where are you taking me?
One eternity later.
I've been sitting here so long looking for insurance. I think I entered a new age group.
Stop. Just one call to Hall Insurance in Mount Vernon is all you have to do. Go to hallinsgroup.com or call 244-7500. Hall Insurance Group at 10th and Main in Mount Vernon.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Mount Vernon, Illinois has the #1 collision center in the area. They work on all makes and models and are rated top in customer satisfaction. Their highly trained technicians use only the highest quality paint and supplies, providing you with the top-notch repairs you deserve. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac Collision Center offers direct repair for most major insurers, saving you time and offering convenience. Schedule your appointment today at schmidtchevrolet.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Mulhern, an orthopedic surgeon at Crossroads Orthopedic Clinic. I'm excited to join Dr. McIntosh and Justin Northcutt to help provide orthopedic services to Mount Vernon and the surrounding areas. From knee and hip replacements to sports injuries and broken bones, Crossroads Orthopedic Clinic is here to get you back on the road to better. Give us a call at 618-244-9038. That number again is 618-244-9038. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the office.
1, 2, 3. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show starts now.
It is halftime here at Marion. We're in the broadcast booth of the Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show. Chris Hugo with Jake Linder alongside. So blessed to still be with you tonight. Of course, again, we are back on WMIXsports.com in the Section 618 app with streaming video. We apologize for the difficulties tonight. Very atypical for us and frustrating as well. But 38-6 the halftime score in Marion. It was all Marion in the second quarter. Really, it was a 32-0 Wildcat run thanks to Hunter Simmons and the running game to really set this one apart. Again, Crossroads Community Hospital sponsors our halftime show. We'll come back with some scoring and stats and oh so much more. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
RP Lumber stocks the latest innovations in Milwaukee power and hand tools. With the M18 battery system, contractors and DIYers get 50% more power and run 50% cooler, delivering power of a corded tool. With commitment to the trades, Milwaukee hand tools are strong and reliable. The new pack-out system makes organizing your job site a breeze. Stop into your local RP Lumber for a large selection of Milwaukee tools. No matter how big your job may be, shop in-store or online at rplumber.com. Experience the RP difference.
Culver's of Mount Vernon is now hiring. If you're looking for a new job and ready to get to work, apply today at culvers.jobs. Openings available for all shifts, weekdays, weekends. Pay starts at $11.75 per hour. Culver's of Mount Vernon is locally owned, locally operated. When you join the True Blue crew, you'll become involved in a supportive, fast-paced environment while having the opportunity to grow and develop personally and professionally. Work hard for Culver's and they will work hard for you. Find your new career at culvers.jobs.
You ready for some football?
Let's play some football.
Back to the SSM Health broadcast booth. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
94.1 FM. We're back on the Section 6. Well, we never left the Section 618 app, but video back on WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside from Marion in the Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show. Crossroads Family Medicine is a proud supporter of the student athletes at MVTHS. And if you didn't know, Crossroads Family Medicine now accepting walk-in patients on Saturdays from 8 until 4. Go see Ryan Lane. He will help get you back on the road to better. At halftime, it's 38-6. The Rams trailing here at the break. And Jake, it was the big key for the Wildcats. Got that interception on the pass near the, actually it was right in front of the end zone, right somewhere in that neighborhood. Marion got the interception and then got a few big plays out of Hunter Simmons and his team. It ends up with a Gooch touchdown of 47 yards through the air, and that's where it gets to 38-6. And what a big half.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a slow start. It was a little bit more back and forth. The Rams looked like they were going to do some things on defense to shut down the passing game overall, and then the rush kind of opened things up for them with Schrum. The end of that first quarter, into the second quarter, he ends up getting the score, and then the Rams just couldn't quite contain the high-powered offense, even on the passing game that they'd done so well against in that first quarter. And here we are with the Wildcats rattling off. What are we at, 32 unanswered or something like that?
Pretty much. It was 6-6 with about 9:41, oddly enough, left to go in the first quarter, and then 32 unanswered points by Marion. We'll take another break on your Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show, but first, Crossroads Orthopedic Clinic in Mount Vernon is proud to support the student athletes of Mount Vernon Township High School. Dr. McIntosh and Dr. Mulhern from Crossroads Orthopedic Clinic are here to help you take the next step for better hips, knees, shoulders, and more. When we come back, plenty more to discuss as the Rams in South 7 Conference football tonight, trailing the home team, the Marion Wildcats, 38-6. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
ADAS technology, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, is a network of sensors, cameras, modules, and programming that assist in driving and parking functions, including accident avoidance and self-driving functions. This is Chase Landers with Landers Towing and Collision Centers. Though the term ADAS may be new to many of us, it is frequently used throughout the automotive industry in today's leading headlines. What does this mean to you? There is a high probability that your vehicle is equipped with this evolving technology. And why is this important? If your vehicle is involved in an accident, it will be up to you to decide who is best equipped to handle your repairs. Landers Towing and Collision Centers have evolved alongside ADAS technologies. Pre-repair and post-repair scanning, electronic guided measuring, ICAR certified technicians, and certified repair equipment able to handle the specific repairs required are just a few of the many advancements Landers has put into practice. Consider these factors the next time you're looking at a collision repair facility to care for your vehicle repairs and your loved ones who ride in them. Big or small, we tow and fix them all. Give us a call at 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Do you have a minor illness or injury? Get quick care at SSM Health Express Clinics. With locations in Centralia and Mount Vernon, they offer quality medical care that works with your schedule. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday, 8 to 2. The Express Clinic in Mount Vernon and the primary care in Centralia are COVID-19 drive-through testing centers. To schedule an appointment, visit ssmhealth.com/quickcare.
Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers urgent care orthopedic visits for acute sprains and strains, joint pain, sports injuries, and possible fractures. No need to wait to schedule an appointment. You can be seen the same day. Just come to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon and visit one of our highly trained physician assistants or nurse practitioner. Please call 618-242-3778 or visit them on the web at orthocentersi.com.
Follow us on social media at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams football.
94.1 FM. We are live on the Section 618 app tonight. It is halftime here in Marion, where the Rams trail the Wildcats 38-6. With Jake Linder, I'm Chris Hugo. Zach Mattmiller with us in the broadcast booth. It's Brock Myers back at the Mount Vernon studio tonight. Of course, Crossroads Family Medicine is a proud supporter of the student-athletes at Mount Vernon Township High School. Did you know Crossroads Family Medicine now accepting walk-in patients on Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m.? Go see Ryan Lane. He will help get you back on the road to better. Where are we right now? We know we're in Marion. We know this is Rams football. Just trying to see where we are in the set of this halftime show. I think we're there. This is here. That's there. And here we are. As we'll get you some scores sponsored by Tony Wilt here in just a moment and check in with how things are going from around the area. We do know at the half in South 7 action tonight, the Centralia Orphans lead the Altop Crusaders 35-0. So that's a big one there, of course, in South 7 play tonight. Other games in the South 7 tonight, other games from around Southern Illinois. Last check, Benton was leading Massac 14-0. Interesting result. On paper right now, Carterville-Sparta is a forfeit. Sparta does not have enough players to field a team. They toiled with possibly canceling the rest of their season. Now we understand it might just be a week off, so we're not 100% sure on that. We don't have a result from Carbondale at Cahokia just yet. We'll certainly check on that one in just a moment. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have scores brought to you by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. We're live on your Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show. Halftime score, Marion 38, Mount Vernon 6. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Needing a new vehicle and looking for a hassle-free environment? Shop with Munkin Toyota in Mount Vernon. Family-owned since 1967. Munkin treats you like their own with transparency pricing and excellent service. They enjoy their job and helping you make a big life decision. Conveniently located on Highway 15. Stop by or visit MunkinToyotaMountVernon.com.
From my family to yours, with guaranteed satisfaction. Munkin's the one. Munkin's the one.
There is still time to take classes this spring at Ren Lake College. Late start classes are 8 weeks long beginning March 8th. You'll find several options that count toward a degree or certificate, like accounting and business, speech and English, music, healthcare, and more. Plus, Ren Lake offers truck driving sections at the full CNA nursing course that's tuition-free for in-district students. Head to rlc.edu/8week to learn more, or call them at 437-5321. Late start classes March 8th at rlc.edu/8week. Your journey starts at Ren Lake College.
Streaming worldwide on the Section 618 app. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Halftime show presented by Crossroads Community Hospital. We're on WMIXsports.com with streaming video of this one back on there. Apologize for the difficulties. Need to find a fourth cellular carrier in Southern Illinois. About out of options. But for whatever reason, it's only an issue here. I don't get it. But we're glad to be back. I'm Chris Hugo. Jake Linder is along for the ride. Zach Mattmiller with us in the broadcast booth. Again, Brock Myers is back at the Mount Vernon studio. Carbondale Cahokia is actually tomorrow. I had conflicting schedules in front of me, but Centralia leads Altop at the half, 35-0. Marion here leads your Mount Vernon Rams 38-6. In South 7 scores presented by your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. You can find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. See how you can get to a better state with State Farm. We'll see what else we can find from around the area. We get tagged in a lot of tweets, and one of them is Marion Athletics. Of course, there's a ton of Marion touchdowns to report tonight. Let's see. Around the area. Anything in this area. So many things tomorrow, like a lot of diamond games tomorrow. We can tell you that East St. Louis leads Edwardsville 26-7 in the Southwestern Conference. That's a big game. East side, of course. Strong start to the season, as always. Many thought they might make another state title run. Unfortunately, no state series in football this year. And looks like Murfreesboro leads Harrisburg at the half 14-0. That game also on the Section 618 app tonight, as is Centralia and Althoff. Trying to find another Massac update. Normally they're all over the Twitterverse. Oh, 35-0 there too at the half. That game also on the Section 618 app has both options on that one. Massac County and Benton are on the app. Here it's 38-6 as the Rams fell behind early, 6-0 after a touchdown from Simmons to Jake Bruce, a deep heave downfield with 10:14 left to go in the first quarter. Then with 9:41, just about 30 seconds later, the Rams strike back with an 82-yard pass to Fisher Davis to tie it at 6. Chase Isbell scores, punches one in with 6:03 left in the first to make it 14-6 after the two-point conversion. Then a Schrum touchdown, Lucas Schrum touchdown on the ground, makes it 22-6, also following a two-point attempt. Simmons then finds Gooch for 66 yards with 5:42 left in the first half to make it 30-6. And then with 23.3 seconds left, Simmons finds Gooch for 47 yards to make it 38-6. So Marion is now 4 of 4 for from two-point conversion. 0 of 1 for extra points. We'll take another break on your Crossroads Community Hospital halftime show. Come back. It's the Marion Wildcats 38, the Mount Vernon Rams 6. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to run. There are vehicles that your parents recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Everyone is talking about the future these days. I'm Country Financial Representative Josh Finley. Let's work together so you own your future. All you need is the right plan to get you started, the kind of plan that will take into account all the things in life that matter most. I can work with you to put the pieces in place to help secure a comfortable tomorrow. No matter what stage of life you're in, now is the time to start developing a plan to own your future. Call 242-4024 or online at josh.finley@countryfinancial.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football. Let's go, bring it up! Powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.
94.1 FM and on the Section 618 app tonight. They'll put a fresh 3 minutes on the clock for warm-up time here at the half, where the Marion Wildcats possess a 38-6 lead over your Mount Vernon Rams here tonight. Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside Zach Matt Miller with us in the broadcast booth. Brock Myers is back at the Mount Vernon studio, and Jake, for the Mount Vernon Rams, certainly gave it a tremendous effort in the first half, but Marion showcasing why they are such a high-octane offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we haven't had stats yet. For one thing, I'm not very versed in keeping football stats, so it's obviously going to take me a little longer. But they've got so many different weapons. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 guys with reception yards for Marion overall. Jake Bruce had 4 receptions with a touchdown. Mason Gooch, 3 receptions, including a 47-yard touchdown. We also had a couple of rushes in there for Schrum. He had 16-23, puts him at about 34 yards with a touchdown and a rush there on that one. A 66-yard touchdown for Mason Gooch in that one. Then we had a 4-yard touchdown run for Chase Isbell, who had 15, 9, and 4 as far as yardages go before that. So overall, a lot of different pieces for Marion on the offensive end for Mount Vernon. We saw the 82-yard reception touchdown for Fisher Davis, and that has been it thus far. Of course, Leak has put up some decent numbers. You know, he's got 32-yard, that broken play, that rush there, a couple yards here, a couple yards there. Don't have a full total for him just yet. But overall, a lot of different weapons for Marion here in this one. Both teams are even on penalties as far as how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 for Marion. I guess Mount Vernon has 6, so not quite as even as I thought they were, but as far as numbers go, pretty even on that one. When it comes to penalties, that really hasn't been that much of a factor here in this one. The factor has been the Marion Wildcats and their high-powered offense.
Certainly a difference when you have that kind of offense that can move the football, and for the Mount Vernon Rams, they also have to make some of those famous defensive adjustments, and see if they can't chip away. But it'll be Wildcat football to start. And mathematically, they're a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from a running clock when we get to that point.
Yeah. So there was sort of your stats for you on that one. I hopefully to be a little bit more versed in it heading into next week at Carbondale for you folks and have better numbers coming out of the halftime program.
It's not easy. Not easy at all. We do know that. Of course, the game on the field, not easy either. And, quick key to the second half, as we said, was just see what kind of defensive adjustments come forward. But here's the thing. You have a great quarterback for Marion. Went to Mount Vernon. His emotions are high. He wants to showcase his best stuff, showing what he can do. And let's be honest, a more stable program. Mount Vernon had 2 coaches this calendar year alone, and that's nothing against Greg Graves whatsoever. That's not his fault.
No.
Lot of things, in that regard. But as a result, they're doing what they can. Most certainly.
Trying to create a culture. Trying to basically create a program. The program's there. They've got decent numbers. They've got athletes. They've got underclassmen that have quite a bit of talent. They've just got to put it all together and establish something heading into the future of these players.
How did I get that backwards? I knew darn well Mount Vernon had the football first, or Marion had the football first. It'll be the Rams who start with it here in the second half. And they need to get something going here on this drive. Even if it's a field goal, they need some sort of offense.
Yeah, you got to have a score, and you got to have it as quickly as you can get it. You really don't want a whole lot of time to run off the clock. Get yourself some sort of points up on the board and try and reestablish your defense.
Fresh 12 on the clock, and we will get underway with the third quarter as we await for the Rams to get the football. There's the kick. It's Rios. It's headed his way. It'll be Plummer to pick it up between the wickets, and he'll fall on it about the 17-yard line. And that's where the Rams will have it to start the third quarter, Jake. Probably not the area they wanted it, but at least they have it.
Yeah, at least you got it. You get a chance to not let the Wildcats have the football. You try and strike first and get the momentum flowing back in your direction, and hopefully put some points on the board and create a little less of a gap between you and the Wildcats where you sit right now.
So the Rams will work under center. Davis to the right. Lash will be split left. In the left slot, it'll be Rios. Your back is Nesbitt. And so the Rams will be offside. Will be false starting. Maybe false offsides on the Marion Wildcats. We'll see what happens.
Legal motion.
There was going to be something to that effect. Good times.
Still get the first down.
As we're 2 seconds in to this second half, the Rams will send Lash all the way left. It's basically the same formation with Plummer to the right. Under center, Leak. So Evan will pitch to the left side. Nesbitt finds a seam near the left hash. Doesn't quite get there. He is to the 17-yard line. Gain of about 5 will bring up 2nd and 5. Wait, they're pushed back. I'm sorry. That'll bring up, I was looking at the scoreboard. That'll bring up 2nd and about 10. .25 remains in the third quarter. Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside in the SSM Health broadcast booth. SSMHealth.com/doctors to find your next physician. SSM Health, the healing power of presence. Leak under center here. 2nd and 11 from their own 17. Pitch to the left side for Nesbitt. Looking for some running room. Gets to the far hash. Now looking and dancing between the 20 and 25. Forward progress had him about the 22. Which would be a gain of about 5, which would bring up 3rd and approximately 7.
A couple of rushes there for Mount Vernon, maybe trying to open things up.
10:27 to go out of the pistol. Rams with it in the third quarter. 3rd and 7. Leak looking downfield. He's going to run with it. Breaks a tackle right up the middle. Far hash. Does he dive forward for enough? Last chance launch. Leads to an extra yard. Might be a first down depending upon the spot.
We go again with the broken play working out for the Rams. Leak making something happen. Ends up getting them the first down.
Deliberation out of the Rams offense. 1st and 10 from their own 21, and that's going to be a fumble. Marion looks to have it as that's going to be recovered. Looks like Michael Gunn maybe, but we'll see what they rule. So 9:39 to go. After 3, Centralia leads all top 49-zip. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilcher, State Farm agent of Mount Vernon.
Like a little bit of a not great snap, and then the handoff from Leak to Nesbitt just wasn't smooth whatsoever, and ended up getting popped up in the air, went off the helmet, and Wildcats fell on it. So here we are. Not exactly where you want to give them position, and it's probably going to be a scope.
Oh, at the feet of Gooch again, or Newsom again.
Yeah, he underthrew him just a little bit. I mean, if he airs that out just any more, that's a score.
So the Rams trailing 38-6 here in the third quarter. Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside. Simmons out of the gun, split to the right side is one target, and the back here will get the carry. This is Isbell, and he'll run it right up the middle to the 30. Gain of 3, it'll bring up 2nd and 7. Rams on your radio, driven by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports Group in Nashville. View their multitude of vehicles at holzhauers.com. We drop below the 9-minute mark here of this third quarter. 38-6 the score. Rams trailing. Marion with the football. Simmons looking downfield. Newsom well placed in the end zone. Ooh, I was going to say that's got to be a PI, unfortunately, on the Rams. That'll be a 15-yard penalty if that's the call. It'll be a first down for the Wildcats at the high school level. We remember it's not a spot foul, but a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, Newsom was, well, I mean, he would beat his defender, pushed his way out along that far side, and he knew that he'd gotten beat Marcus Garrett, and Newsom, who had just barely missed a touchdown, underthrown a little bit by Simmons on the play before that, I should say, was about to have a score, and Garrett said, you know what, I think I'd rather take the penalty, but not really where you want to be. Too many penalties, give up too many extra yardages. It's not really what you like to see.
8:40 left here in the third. 38-6, Marion on top. The 15-yard penalty moves the ball to the 18-yard line. Ball between the hashes. He'll be flanked by a back to his left side out of the gun, Simmons. 2 left, 2 right are his targets. He'll roll to the left side, looking to pass. And he will dump one off quickly to Gooch, but it falls in and out of his hands, incomplete, with 8:30 to go in the third. SSMHealth.com/doctors to find your next physician. SSM Health, the healing power of presence.
Simmons almost too much mustard on that one. Kind of put a little extra behind it, trying to get it to Gooch, and just couldn't quite handle the rock.
38-6 is the score. Rams trail by 32. Marion with the football on 2nd and 10 from their own 18. Flanked by 2 backs this time out of the gun. Simmons dumps one off, and that one's going to be complete. Up the right side goes the running back, looking to break to the far sideline. He is shy of the 10. He'll be close to about the 13. As that is Lanier again. Hasn't had his number called a lot tonight, but they dial him up that time, and he gets some yardage. It'll be third and not quite as bad for the Wildcats. That's about 3rd and 4 now on the 6-yard gain. Out of the gun for Simmons. He'll roll left side. He has a man over the top. Instead settles. Vincent Newsom out of the left corner. End zone for the touchdown. It's 44-6 Wildcats. And what a run they are on with 7:50 left in the 3rd quarter. And man, I don't know many teams that are going to be able to stop this. And you feel bad that there's no state series.
Yeah, I mean, they were dancing around Newsom getting a score pretty much all this 3rd quarter long, and he finally ended up getting it on that one. And it's almost been looking a little too easy for the Wildcats, as I'm pretty sure they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
They'll go for 2 again to try to stretch this to 40. Uh-oh, that's not going to happen.
No good there on that one. Chase Isbell couldn't make it through. Pretty good defense from the Rams line.
I think that was Kyle Maxwell. Sniffed that out.
It was almost like they just knew it was coming, so they just sent everybody through to try and stop it. Worked out pretty good for them. So now, it's not 40 yet. Rams got a chance. They got to get a score. On this drive, you're running out of time, of course.
Oh, man. Crazy drive, but productive drive for the Marion Wildcats.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was the most smooth by any means. We've definitely seen more smooth from them and scoring a little bit easier. Rams kind of tried to give them a little fight on that one, but I think the combination between Simmons and Newsom was just a little bit too much. I mean, he had a chance at a score once. He had the score, but had the pass interference penalty where he was basically just prevented by being shoved out of the back of the end zone. And he finally gets it on the 3rd attempt.
Here comes the kickoff, and that won't get quite as far. In fact, if we get to near the sideline, Rams will pick it up anyway. I'm no expert. They might have been better off letting that one go out of bounds. But a live ball, you don't want to take any chances.
Possibly. Could have bounced the wrong direction. Boy, there's been a few bright spots here and there for the Rams offense tonight. You know, the beauty of it is you see the athleticism of Evan Leake. You wish you could get him a chance to throw it downfield a little bit more. You wish you could give him a chance to do something different. I don't know. You almost wonder you need to change up a little bit of what you're doing, but you've got some underclassmen that are talented out on the wideouts.
7:46 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Mount Vernon 24 for Evan Leake and the Rams. Nesbitt the lone back. Leake's going to roll to the left side after the snap. Looking for Rios, and that one's going to be tipped. It's an interception by Brody Larson. Up the right side, far hash. He's at the 20, 15,
Ouch.
10, 5. Pick 6, Marion. It's 50-6. Unbelievable.
Well, we were just talking about how you got to give Leake more time back there. He's had to earn his own time, and bad things happen whenever the quarterback has to be forced out of the pocket and make something happen with his feet. Of course, most people don't have Evan Leake to do that sort of thing, and he does it well. But sometimes you can only do so much.
So they will go try for the PAT here, knowing they have beyond the 40-point lead, with 7:34 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Now, do they start that running clock now or in the 4th? In the 4th.
Allegedly.
Allegedly is how it goes.
Been a while since I've had to worry about that.
I was going to say, it's like you haven't had to do that this week.
So Garrett will nail the extra point. It's 51-6. Marion on top.
So
this Wildcat team just on a different level.
Yeah. So there is a chance if you're Mount Vernon, you get a score or two and get yourself in a position where you don't have to worry about that sort of running clock thing. Because you've still got 7.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
51-6 score. Marion on top. This is the Mount Vernon Rams broadcast on WMIX. Sponsored by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports Group in Nashville, the official voice of the Rams here on WMIX. Don't forget, wood flooring can add luxury and value to a home. Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply in Mount Vernon has an amazing selection of traditional, distressed, sculpted, even reclaimed wood, all at exceptional prices. And let's see here. Bobbled issues by the Rams, kicked around, and this Garrett comes up with it, thankfully. I was afraid he was going to get hit hard as he falls at about the 19-yard line where the Rams will take over.
Frustrating thing is for Mount Vernon, you've been so good about making adjustments throughout the first couple of games of the year, and it just seems like no matter what they're doing, adjustment-wise, it's just not helping them against Marion. And that, credit where credit's due. Marion has done their job, and they're hard to adjust to. And they've been able to play their game, and that's why they're up 51-6 right now.
Quarterback Leak will be under center here. 7:09 mark of the third quarter. 51-6 Wildcats. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Looking to make something happen downfield. Leak looking deep downfield. Somebody's got to come back to get this. He can't find anybody. Finds Lash. Finally, he'll get it. Oh, tripped up. He had a decent block. But that is tripped up by, looks like, Lucas Lanier. And it'll be a first down nonetheless. That was a great catch by Lash, and it'll be a gain of about 13. 51-6, Rams trailing here in the third quarter. It's been all Marion since the 9:41 mark of the first quarter. Let Bean Insurance and Chris Bean cover you today. Call 242-6017 or go to beaninsurance.net. 1st and 10 from the 33 on the far hash of the spot. From under center, I should say. It's a pass into the flat, complete to Davis. He'll get to the 35, to the outside, now at the 40-45. He's at midfield.
Go big dog.
45-40, 35-30, to the 25, 20, 15, near sideline, 10-5, touchdown.
Hey, what I say? You still had time. Playing against the clock and a potential of a running clock. Get yourself a score. Make that not happen. Fisher Davis did so. What a huge run. Where did they start from?
33, I think. It's not where they started from, but that's where that, I think, from the 33-yard line was a spot on that one. We'll see. Ryan Godisky will tweet it in just a second in case we missed it. Or maybe not on that one, because that's a Rams score. We'll find out. 51-12. Big run there. As Simpson will be on to kick for the PAT. And now,
yeah, it's blocked, so.
No good. Okay, it is second. It is after halftime. My apologies.
Well,
basketball's third quarter fourth quarter.
I knew that. That's why I had asked.
And that's where I get mixed up.
I think, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what a score by Davis. You got to take the positives whenever
Fisher,
they come
baby.
to you. And, that's something that you got to look forward to if you're Mount Vernon. He's a sophomore. There's a lot of young guys on this Mount Vernon team this year. So they're going to have a lot of varsity experience and a short turnaround, so they won't lose a lot of that memory heading into the fall season later this year. Well, it feels like kind of fall right now.
Certainly does. 51-12, Rams trailing here. We're in the third quarter. Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside. Streaming presented by Red Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu. CA can save thousands on your college education. This one will be Isbell picking it up, running it back, past midfield to the 45, out of bounds. They're going to say, nope, made it to the 49 in Mount Vernon territory. But that's still good field position for the Wildcats with 3:40 left to go in the third. Pam Kirkpatrick, Coldwell Banker in Mount Vernon. See her for all your real estate needs, or her staff. They're all there to help you 7 days a week, serving the Mount Vernon area since 1986.
I think they're going to change things up on the offensive end for Marion. I mean, being up 51-12, running clock going for you. You don't want anybody to get hurt from your starters. You pretty well got this one in hand, so we'll see some line changes coming.
So it'll be some varsity experience here for the sophomore quarterback, Evan Noley. Where's number 10? He's 6'3", 180. A reserve on the basketball team as well. At least when we saw him against Mount Vernon. It'll be an inside handoff here first. Up 51-12. Off tackle run to about the 45. Gain of 4. As that was Lanier on the carry. We'll bring up second down as we'll hit the 2:28 mark of this third quarter. Contact your local State Farm agent, Tony Wiltz. Having a local agent matters for your insurance. His State Farm team here to help. 49-14 the final as Centralia beats Althoff for a second time. In the South 7, two teams playing each other twice this year, Marion and Carbondale. Centralia Althoff. The Centralia Althoff home and home now wrapped up as the Orphans beat them twice. Centralia is 3-0. We'll have a run right up the gut. Still on the feet. That's a great run there by the Beef Boy up the left side. So Mitchell Milligan gets the snap and runs it to about the 33 and a 12. (51-12) score, 1:35 left in the third quarter. Rams trailing here. It's a running clock. Marion going to win it tonight to improve to 3-0. We'll look for your next Josh Finley County Financial Ram of the Week. Tough snap for Noley, but he's still able to hand off, and that'll be a carry to the 30-yard line by the Marion running back. This time, it'll be Tommy Wiseman, and a gain of 3. Makes it 2nd and 7. Contact Josh Finley at Country Financial today to talk about how he can help ensure the future you're dreaming of is something you can proudly own no matter what it looks like. To help protect what matters most, call Josh Finley from Country Financial. 51-12. Rams trailing Marion with the football. The reserves are into the game for the Wildcats. Noley, the quarterback, out of the gun, flanked by a back to his right. One split to the right side. It's going to be carry after carry, and this is going to be up the left side. And I think that is Lanier again, as he'll go up the sideline. We'll have a late flag. Got to about the 27 for a gain of a little more. And I'm a moron. That's the 22. It's a gain of 8.
You're not a moron. Now at this point, if you're Mount Vernon, you're just trying to work on some things. I mean, you're trying to see what kind of heart you got. You still got to finish the ball game. I mean, you can't mess around and just go ahead and lay down at this point. You've got some things you can work on, take some positives heading into these later quarters into your next game. And you got a tall task. You got to come back down on the road along I-57 to go over to Carbondale now next week. And it's not going to get any easier over there.
Sure won't. Running clock, we've reached the end of the third quarter. We head to the fourth in Marion. 51-12, Wildcats after 3. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
Where's your playground? The end of the road is where the real fun begins during the Jeep Celebration event at Holzhauer's in Nashville, Illinois. Adventure is never out of reach. All right. Make memories with every mud pit and rocky terrain. Earn that post-trip car wash.
Jeep hair don't care.
Let's start your new Jeep life at Holzhauer's Auto and Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. It'd be real cool if you did. Where's your playground? When you have a new Jeep, it's anywhere you want.
Jeep hair don't care. Do you have a minor illness or injury? Get quick care at SSM Health Express Clinics. With locations in Centralia and Mount Vernon, they offer quality medical care that works with your schedule. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 7, and Sunday, 8 to 2. The Express Clinic in Mount Vernon and the primary care in Centralia are COVID-19 drive-through testing centers. To schedule an appointment, visit ssmhealth.com/quickcare.
1, 2, 3. Listen to the Rams on your smart speaker. Tell Alexa to enable WMIX.
Let's go.
Then tell her to play WMIX whenever you want. Back to the game.
94.1 FM, Section 618 app tonight. Fourth quarter action underway in Marion. Ball carrier right up the middle along the near hash.
Somebody lost a hat.
They did, and that looks like it was number 9 himself, Mitchell Milligan again. See how far he got, as well as a running clock. Benton beats Massac County tonight, 42-zip.
Is that 3 shutouts for them?
They have not allowed a point. So, yes.
Talk about their offense. 3 shutouts. That's pretty good defense, too.
Well, a long-time Marion coach, Carterville coach. Talk about that in a second. As Evan Nolly, the quarterback, is out of the gun.
My favorite.
It's not a story. Spreading this to the right side and tie-roping that sideline, walking right into the end zone is Patrick Walker, not on the roster. So he's rosterless, but he's number 1 in your heart as he waltzes right into the end zone. 57-12. So anyhow, Benton's defense gets a lot better this year. Justin Groves, already a defensive-minded type of guy. Great track mind as well. Good tech guy, too. Was one of the first teachers I've ever heard of to have Wi-Fi. This is back, we're talking 2004-ish. 5, 6, somewhere in there. He's head coach Benton now anyway. Justin Groves, good defensive mind. Obviously has a lot of sound offensive stalwarts around him as well. Also a good offensive mind, just a good coach. How that pertains to Marion, however, as we wait the PAT, is longtime Kerry Martin defensive coordinator and assistant, Jeff Sema. Spent some time at McCracken County High School not all that long ago, is now on staff at Benton, helping shore up that defense. And it shows.
Yeah, I would say.
They've not allowed a point.
I was going to say, pitching 3 shutouts, that's pretty good. You know, that's the worst part about, and you hate to do that. And we can do that because we aren't on the field and they're not our kids and that whole thing. But you hate to play the what-if game.
Absolutely.
On these teams. You know, you kind of mentioned earlier, what if? What would we see if Marion went to the playoffs? You know, what would we see from these kids?
We probably wanted to see this tackle on the PAT for a sack by the Rams, but there you go.
That's a couple times Rams have broken through on the line to come up with a big play. But, you know, the what-ifs. We talk about Nashville especially. You know, the run they made last year, and they had a lot of those guys back, basketball and football both. And it's just a shame is what it is.
It certainly is. Anyhow, Sema's at Benton now. Originally from Frankfort. He's a Frankfort guy originally, if I'm not mistaken. He coached with Kerry Martin at Carterville. Marion went to McCracken County for a spell. And not sure between there and Benton, but been helping out the Rangers, and it shows. And you know, they have a talented young core. So, you know, you are disappointed to see that there's no state series, but 9 minutes left to go in this one. If you need a career change, Red Lake College offers dozens of programs focused on putting you in a new job in as little as a year. Find out more at rlc.edu. Your journey starts at Red Lake College. (57-12) after the Wildcats score. Rams are at Carbondale next week. No video for us, but we will be on 94.1 FM. NFHS network regulations dominate there. Kick is going to be past Rios. Fisher Davis bobbles at about the 20, but picks it up. Speed won't save him there as he falls at about the 22. Get quick care for you and your family at SSM Healthcare Clinics. It's wellness that works with your schedule right here in Mount Vernon as we are in the SSM Health broadcast booth tonight. We'll drop below the 8:09 mark here. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams, trailing 57-12. A lot of battles with Mount Vernon and Marion. A lot of battles, especially in the Kerry Martin, Dan Mings eras. A lot of great guys a part of that. A lot of great assistants for both teams. As with 1st and 10, Leak will be the quarterback. Out of the pistol, trying to guide this offense. Rolling left, trying to evade a defender. As Trump can't get the tackle, but Leak stays on his feet. Bobbing and weaving through traffic, gets to the 35. What a run. So that'll be a gain of about 13. but there's a flag at about the 30.
I mean, the impressiveness of Leak. You know, we talk about Hunter Simmons and all that he has done at the quarterback position. Yeah, through the air. Leak really hasn't had a chance to show us what he can do through the air nearly as much as what he's shown us with his feet and his wheels and taking a broken play and turning it into something and, you know, keeping a play alive and everything like that. He's really kind of shown that off here. It's been very impressive to watch. Unfortunate that he hasn't had more time to show off and showcase the arm, but it is still impressive.
6:42 to go here. We are in the fourth quarter from Marion. Rams and Carbondale next week. Carbondale has Cahokia tomorrow. 57-12 Marion. Leak, the quarterback, after the penalty, makes it a 1st and 11 after the hold. And it'll be a ball carry right up the middle by the Rams for not a lot. 6:13 mark of this fourth quarter, still 57-12. If you've been injured, call Hannigan and McGovern at 618-241-9251. WMIX-FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, and all of Southern Illinois. A free service from Withers Broadcasting here at the top of the 9 o'clock hour. Rams going to stumble to 1-2 tonight, but Leak is back to pass deep after about a 4-step drop. Now rolling right side, dumps one off, able to find Caden Plummer on the carry, tight ropes the sideline, midfield 40.
Oh,
but he's pushed out of bounds. A touchdown saving heave at about the 40-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
He had a touchdown last week.
You know, we see the arm from Leak and the things that he has done even on the run. We just love to see what he can do if he had a little more protection, a little more time from back there, and throwing over the top instead.
5:13 left here. Running clock, 57-12, Rams trailing. Baird to the left side. Leak going to keep it himself. He'll run right up the middle. Far hash gets to the 30. Down inside the 25. Busts out to the far sideline, 15-10. Cuts back toward the hash at about the 8. Looks like he's brought down. They're going to say at about this 7. Gain of 33 on the ground for Evan Leak.
They continue to fight. I mean, that's what you want to see, regardless of the score and the running clock and all of that and everything that has gone not your way here tonight. Just continue to fight and continue to, work on some things heading into next week against Carbondale.
All of our scores all night long, furnished by Tony Wiltz, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find him online, TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. 4:15 left here in the fourth in the game. 1st and goal from the 8. Handoff to Luton, running up the right side, and Luton is going to be short of the end zone, short of the goal line, if you will. Gain of about 5, perhaps. Looks like it might be 2nd and goal from the 3. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac will present our post-game show. They offer the best trade values and service after the sale. If you're ready, they would love to have you as a customer. Shop the lot or online at schmidtchevrolet.com. Out of the eye. And rolling to the right side. Leak just might walk right into the end zone. He'll dive at the goal line, gets in, and it's 57-18.
Will Marion, will they stop the clock before the next kickoff? Should just wait and see, I guess.
Certainly will. Do what? Wait, what'd you say?
I was going to say, will they stop the clock to at least give Marion one play?
Oh, surely
on
not.
The kickoff, or will they just let it run all the way? Because I mean, at this point, 2 minutes have been running off pretty fast in between everything.
I would assume that we won't see much more. BAT Good by Ram of the Week, Landon Simpson, and of course, the Ram of the Week is sponsored by Josh Finley, your country financial agent of Mount Vernon. Contact Josh at CF, that's Country Financial, today to talk about how he can help ensure the future you're dreaming of is something you can proudly own no matter what it looks like. Protect what matters most. Call Josh Finley from Country Financial. Make it 57-19. Rams at Carbondale next week, 6:30-ish pregame right here on 94.1 FM or listen live on the Section 618 app. Rams will be back home on the 16th against Cahokia. They'll welcome Centralia to round out the 2021 football season. The final two games will have video, but they'll be on AM 940 and 96.5 FM.
No, it's been kind of interesting and a little bit odd with the football season being switched for us to be on the 94.1 so much.
Indeed. It used to be a back of the season sort of thing, depending upon how the Cardinals had finished.
Sure.
A lot of times there was a postseason run in there, a little simulcast on the AM and the FM. And the FM. Kick by Simpson is going to be a worm burner to about the 17. Plenty of speed here from Marion to the right side at the 40. We're now at the 45-yard line. Can I get a 50? No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. A little cut there at the sideline, but the right foot was out of bounds at about the Marion 47 by Quinton Anthony, I'm told. We'll drop below the minute mark here, and that's going to be all that's left in this one, as the Rams are going to fall to 1-2. Marion's going to improve to 3-0.
Yeah, they may not even get another playoff. They might. They may just let it run out. I think Coach Martin's telling them to go ahead and take a knee. But if you're Mount Vernon, I mean, you've got some positive things, you've got some negative things, and you faced a good team here tonight, a team that is probably going to be tops in the conference right there next to Centralia. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out as far as that goes.
Final score here in Marion, the Mount Vernon Rams fall tonight, 57-19 to the Marion Wildcats. We'll come back, we'll talk about all of it coming up on your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports and the Section 618 app.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to run. There are vehicles parents recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Okay, let's log in and look for insurance. Okay, no, click here. Okay, no, not that. What? That's not affordable. Now where are you taking me?
One eternity later.
I've been sitting here so long looking for insurance. I think I entered a new age group.
Stop. Just one call to Hall Insurance in Mount Vernon is all you have to do. Go to hallinsgroup.com or call 244-7500. Hall Insurance Group at 10th and Main in Mount Vernon.
In today's environment, being able to do all of your banking from home is not only convenient, but a necessity. People's National Bank makes it easy for you to do your banking without actually going to the bank. From online banking, mobile banking, free mobile deposit, to transferring funds and paying bills, it's easy and convenient for you to do your banking all from your mobile phone or computer. Get started by going to peoplesnationalbank.com to sign up for online banking today. People's National Bank, making it easy to bank from anywhere. Member FDIC.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show starts now.
Final score in Marion, it's the Wildcats 57, your Mount Vernon Rams 19. This is your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Shop the lot or schedule your service appointments at schmidtchevrolet.com. With Jake Linder, I'm Chris Hugo. 57-19, Rams drop to 1-2. Marion improves to 3-0, and Jake, for the Rams, they gave it a tremendous effort, just came up empty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying the difference on a few plays would have won them this ball game, because I think Marion's just got too many weapons and too many things that they can do offensively and defensively. But man, you like some of the effort that you saw. You like some of the different things that came out, especially that first half for Mount Vernon. Some things that they have shut down early. I I mean, they felt like there had to be a little bit of adjustments made on the Marion side early in this one. The passing game wasn't there right away. They had to switch to the run to open things up. So lots of positives, lots of things to work on, and definitely not the same Mount Vernon team we've seen over the last few years, and not just a cakewalk, and they're going to give you a little bit of a fight throughout the season.
Certainly will. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you some more thoughts on this one. The Mount Vernon Rams fall tonight on the road to Marion, 57-19. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports in the Section 618 app.
The Digestive Health Team at Crossroads Specialty Clinic is dedicated to providing, diagnosing, and treating digestive diseases. If you have abdominal pain, bloating, or burning in your stomach, schedule an appointment right away, and our team will diagnose and treat your digestive health concerns, from heartburn and acid reflux to colon health and weight loss surgery. Digestive Health Team is here to care for you. Schedule today with Crossroads Digestive Health Team by calling 318-532-6337.
There is still time to take classes this spring at Ren Lake College. Late start classes are 8 weeks long beginning March 8th. You'll find several options that count toward a degree or certificate, like accounting and business, speech and English, music, healthcare, and more. Plus, Ren Lake offers truck driving sections and the full CNA nursing course that's tuition-free for in-district students. Head to rlc.edu/8week to learn more, or call them at 437-5321. Late start classes March 8th at rlc.edu/8week. Your journey starts at Ren Lake College.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports.
94.1 FM and online on the Section 618 app. I'm Chris Hugo, Jake Linder alongside, and Jake for the Rams not meant to be tonight. They fall 57-19 here on the road, but not a lot of time for rest. Of course, just like every other team, they'll practice all week and head to their next game Friday night. Most teams, I should say. They'll head to Carbondale. It's a Carbondale team that maybe not up to snuff thus far yet in 2021, but the Rams, of course, have their game against Carbondale next week.
Yeah, it never gets any easier in the South 7, and you got to go back on the road and head on down to Carbondale. You got to come out there and try and learn a lot. You learn a lot from this one because you're going to have a tall task against Carbondale, and there's a lot to work on heading into that one. Of course, Coach Greg Graves will tell us the positives that he feels he had and some of the negatives as well, and some of the things they're going to try and work on before they face off against the Terriers, trying to get their second win on the year.
We got a lot of things to work on as well. They're called the Mount Vernon Culver's 3 stars of the game. They're coming up on your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have those for you right here at WMIX, WMIXsports.com, the Section 618 app. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois offers urgent care orthopedic visits for acute sprains and strains, joint pain, sports injuries, and possible fractures. No need to wait to schedule an appointment. You can be seen the same day. Just come to the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon and visit one of our highly trained physician assistants or nurse practitioner. Please call 618-242-3778 or visit them on the web at orthocentersi.com.
Culver's of Mount Vernon is now hiring. If you're looking for a new job and ready to get to work, apply today at culvers.jobs. Openings available for all shifts, weekdays, weekends. Pay starts at $11.75 per hour. Culver's of Mount Vernon is locally owned, locally operated. When you join the True Blue crew, you'll become involved in a supportive, fast-paced environment while having the opportunity to grow and develop personally and professionally. Work hard for Culver's and they will work hard for you. Find your new career at culvers.jobs.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Culvers 3 stars of the game are next.
Final segment, final time on the Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams fall to 1-2. They lose to Marion tonight, 57-19. I'm Chris Hugo. Jake Linder is alongside, and we owe you 3 stars of the game tonight, sponsored by the Mount Vernon Culvers. And in a game like this, sometimes it's tough. We certainly did not talk about it off air, but who are we thinking for 3 stars of the game?
Well, I think it's just kind of interesting. Yeah, I probably could, go specific with, one player, but I feel like, you got to give some recognition to Marion, of course, as some of the stars of the game. So it's going to be kind of a mishmash or whatever you want to call it, hodgepodge or any of those words that you want to use. I won't really say 1, 2, 3, here they are. I guess for me, Jake Bruce has done a lot of things for Marion here tonight. He had the 28-yard touchdown. We had Mason Gooch with the 47-yard touchdown and the 66-yard touchdown run. He probably deserves some recognition, maybe even as the number 1 star of the game. Who knows? So those 2 players for Marion, Jake Bruce. Chase Isbell did a lot of good things for Marion here tonight. Mason Gooch, part of that receiving core that they have. And then, of course, Hunter Simmons kind of controlling all of it. Has to get some recognition from Marion. For Mount Vernon, it's a little bit easier. I think you got to give it to Fisher Davis, who had the 82-yard reception and the touchdown in that one. And then he had another one. I don't have the yardage on that other one. But it was a decent... it was out here around the 40 or so, and it was probably a 40, 42-yard reception touchdown. So a couple of scores for Fisher Davis, and then, of course, Evan Leake and the work that he did from behind the line here tonight. I would say you give it to Evan Leake, Fisher Davis, and then a myriad of players for Marion as the 3 stars of the game. Hunter Simmons, Jake Bruce, Chase Isbell, Mason Gooch is maybe that 3rd slot is the Marion offense overall, because you got to give recognition and credit where credit's due. But big shout out to Evan Leake and all the work that he did here tonight, evading tackles and keeping plays alive and just doing a lot of great things for the Mount Vernon offense. And because of him is why they had the points that they did have, and because of Fisher Davis and Evan Leake on the connections, a couple of scores. Those are your, I guess, 3 stars, 4, 5, 6 stars of the game here tonight.
Rams fall 57-19 on the road here in Marion. Big Jake, any final thoughts?
Final thought is you got a lot of things to work on. I mean, not that the Rams didn't know that, but I think the overall goal this year has been we're just not the same team. And it's not going to be the same team that you always came into the last few years. I mean, they were winless for 10, 11 games in a row. And, they get their first win against Althoff. This year, they play a really good game against Salem. They did a lot of good things early against the Wildcats here tonight. And we'll find out more from Coach Graves on how he feels about this one on Monday night during Rams in Review at 6 o'clock on AM 940 and 96.5 FM. But there should be lots to work on for the Mount Vernon Rams. But there are pieces and things to build off of with some of that has happened here tonight.
Certainly. And don't you have something tomorrow?
We do. We have Section 618 going off tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Danny Zerwinski, Darren Kennard. We'll be talking a little bit in football. We'll be talking. I'm not really sure where Darren's at tonight.
He's not either.
Usually he has 2 or 3 games that he tries to hit, and you can always find the recaps and highlights of what he does on Friday and Saturdays during this COVID-era football season at section618.com. But that'll go off at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, WMIX AM 940, 96.5 FM, and WMIXsports.com. Simulcasted on WQRL in Benton, 106.3 FM, and WQRLradio.com. Starting up at 8 o'clock on both of those stations at Section 618. The show of Section 618, I guess you could call it.
There we go. That's all tomorrow.
Yep.
Should be enjoyable.
Should be.
Should be
I mean,
fun.
I hope it is anyway.
And you'll do that every week. I like it. Rams interview, as you mentioned, also coming up on Monday.
Monday night,
which will
6
lead
o'clock.
to our interview for next week's
Yep.
pregame as well. For Jake Linder, for Zach Matt Miller, for Brock Myers, for all of us at WMIX Sports. Disappointment tonight for the Rams. They'll rebound next week at Carbondale. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kick. No video, just audio at WMIX 94.1 FM and the Section 618 app. I'm Chris Hugo. Final score, the Marion Wildcats 57. The Mount Vernon Rams 19. Good night from Williamson County.
Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX and the Section 618 app.